On behalf of both, this is the Chattanooga Kickoff Network, home of football in the scenic city. Are you ready to enjoy the beautiful game together? Today's broadcast is proudly brought to you on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network.
Gathers it up on the edge of the 18, looking for help, gets around a defender, well struck, he scores! 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club! Coaches delivers a strike left side, 2-1 Chattanooga lead! Chattanooga Football Club out in front! Approaches, strikes right side, it's saved! Chattanooga Football Club wins in the shootout!
Hi Chattanooga FC fans. We've got an exciting lineup for you today as we gear up for kickoff. Jump into the conversation on platforms like Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Your insights and enthusiasm significantly strengthen our community. You can find game day content, like our starting 11, game day guides, last-second information, and more now by visiting us on social media at Chattanooga FC. Game day snapshots? We'd love to see them. Tag us in your photos. Your vibrant energy is infectious, and celebrating those moments with you is what we're all about. Using our hashtags? Remember to include hashtag Chattanooga always and hashtag SomosCFC in your posts about Chattanooga. Let's unite on social media, unified in spirit. Whether we come out on top or not, we stand together. Show the world your support for the team, from home cheers to stadium roars. It's all for the love of soccer.
Gabriel Schrei will be on the call today. We'll be going to him soon for pregame. Don't go anywhere. You're tuned into the Chattanooga Kickoff Network.
Attention Chattanooga FC supporters. Get exclusive content and insider access by following us on social media. From live match commentary to player interviews and training highlights, there's always something new to discover. Engage with us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook to stay in the loop and never miss a moment. Be the first to know about special events, ticket offers, and giveaways. Follow Chattanooga Football Club today and join our online family.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Become a part of the Chattanooga FC family. Season tickets are available now, offering you the best seats and exclusive perks. Enjoy priority access, special events, and much more. Whether you're a die-hard fan or new to the game, there's a place for you with CFC. Visit cfctix.com and secure your season tickets today. Together, we're unstoppable, and together, we make every game an event to remember. Chattanooga FC, where loyalty meets passion.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Tune in to the Chattanooga Kickoff Network for live broadcasts of every Chattanooga Football Club match. Hear every goal, every save, and every moment of excitement from the comfort of your home. Don't miss a second of the action, whether you're at home or on the go. Follow us on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network and stay connected with all the live updates and commentary. Experience the game as if you were right there in the stadium. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
At this very moment, Doctors Without Borders is on the ground in communities around the world, delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most. Our teams are bandaging war-wounded patients caught in the crossfire in Sudan, providing clean drinking water in Haiti, and performing emergency C-sections in Yemen. Doctors Without Borders teams are in over 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving work is made possible by our movement of supporters, people like you who help our patients even when they're half a world away. At Doctors Without Borders, we won't stop working to bring our patients and their communities from crisis to care.
For your own safety, you are reminded to stand behind the yellow line.
Welcome Chattanooga FC fans to Pre-Game Chat. We're counting down to kickoff. Today, we've got all the latest team news, key player insights, and your starting 11. Plus, we'll break down the tactics that could make the difference on the pitch in this one. Stay with us as we get you ready for game time. This is Pre-Game Chat, your ultimate pre-game destination for everything Chattanooga FC. Here's your host, Gabriel Schrein.
Good evening. We are live. It's Pre-Game Chat. Soccer fans, we're ready to go. Chattanooga Football Club on the road at Truist Point Stadium to take on Carolina Core FC in what promises to be a thrilling encounter. Tonight's match, the third installment of the Battle of Independence this season, and both teams have a lot on the line. We're going to dive right into key storylines and strategies, which we'll watch unfold tonight. Chattanooga FC comes into this match on a 3-game skid, desperately needing a win to get their season back on track. Currently sitting in 4th in the Eastern Conference with a record of 6-5-6, good for 28 total points. Every point is going to count as they look to secure their playoff positioning. On the other side, Carolina Core FC is coming off of their first ever home win, a morale-boosting 2-1 victory over Crown Legacy FC. They sit in 11th place in the conference with a 4-7-4 record and 19 points, and they're eager to climb and poised to do so. They're in by far the best stretch of their existence as a franchise. Chattanooga FC is going to have their hands full with them tonight. Rod Underwood started by breaking down Chattanooga's strategy for tonight's game. He's emphasized the need to play their game, as he calls it, cut out avoidable mistakes, and start well. Chattanooga, when they play their game, as he calls it, is fantastic and unstoppable. They've been off the mark for a few matches in a row, so they're going to look to get back to their winning ways and get things rock solid again, passing through the middle, pressing, throwing things over the top, down into the wings, and getting passes and crosses into the 18 in front of the 6-yard box. Chattanooga's going to rely heavily on the talents of Jesus Ibarra and Milo Garvanyan tonight. Ibarra and Garvanyan were pivotal in their 2-0 victory over Carolina earlier this season. They'll need to replicate that form, that success tonight to get a victory against the Foxes. Glad you're here with us. We're going to step away for just a second and hear from Local 3 News. Plans on a new headquarters for Chattanooga Football Club. They also have CEO of Chattanooga Football Club, Elton Bird, in on the show for this one. Take a listen.
Well, the Chattanooga Football Club is making some major moves. They're building a new headquarters. Now, these headquarters will be on Riverfront Parkway. It's going to be a 6-story facility, and it'll include player housing, front office staff, more tenants, and retail space. We spoke to the CEO of the Chattanooga Football Club about what this change means for Chattanooga and why they're making this move.
I think it's an evolution. You know, it's really an evolution of the club's growth. There's a real opportunity for us to bring into one building all of the things that make the organization go.
Now, the structure is expected to be ready in 2026.
Local 3 News, along with CEO of Chattanooga Football Club, Elton Bird. The renderings are awesome. You can check them out now, ChattanoogaFC.com. Had the unveiling party today. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there, but I'm sure it was wonderful and have seen that sentiment from the fans and everybody who was able to attend. Again, ChattanoogaFC.com to see renderings. Pre-game chat, we're diving deeper into tonight's match, starting with recent form. Chattanooga has had a challenging run. They've lost their last 3 matches, their worst skid of the season, and this slump has been a cause for concern. Coach Underwood has been working hard to address the issues. Chattanooga still, though, in spite of the skid, remains 4th in the Eastern Conference. They've had a solid season and look to get back to their winning ways. They've done very well offensively, racking up the goals, and their goal differential at times has been monumentous. We'll dive into that in a moment. Carolina Core, on the other hand, they're finding their rhythm. Recent home win against Crown Legacy FC, their first ever at home. They've shown resilience and have grinded out results of late. 19 goals, conceded 26, but again, their form has really changed down the backstretch of this season. For more on the club that's headed in the right direction, Chattanooga, this is Rod Underwood, the head coach of CFC, and Roderick made these comments after Chattanooga's match against Crown Legacy on July 6th.
Can you give us your overall takeaways and thoughts on that match?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us, right, we didn't pay close enough detail on 2 plays, and we paid for it. That's what it is. I mean, I thought we were controlled, we were measured. You know, we were fairly good with the ball, but you know, in the attacking areas, we need to be a little bit more clinical. Yeah, I mean, we just need to be a little more detailed, right?
What were some positives that you can take from it?
Well, look, I mean, we didn't give up a lot of chances, but the ones that we gave up, they were pretty easy chances, and that's concerning. But I think the positives is that we subs were good. I think some players had some of their better games. We were better with the ball. We were more compact, more dangerous. You know, all those things. I thought that was good. I mean, we're trending in the right direction. But trending and getting the end result is a different story.
And you know, there's experience in this locker room, so you know, people are used to ups and downs of a long season. So you kind of put it down to that. These last 2 home games, it can happen in a long season.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we know MLS, right? MLS, and they're trying to build this the same way. There's parity. I mean, we you know, we are definitely coming in and. You know, it's a battle every game. So,
and you know, big quick turnaround here against one of the top teams in the league. Do you view it as almost a good thing to have not a lot of time to dwell this one?
Yeah, it wouldn't matter either way. For me, it doesn't matter either way. We're still going to prepare like if it was a week or whatever the timing is the timing. So yeah, we're not really worried about that.
And what is your kind of overall outlook for this 2-game road stretch with Philadelphia Union 2 and then Carolina?
I mean, there's only one, you know me, there's only one outlook, win games. Win games.
And then just, you know, last, anything we didn't talk about that, you know, you feel is important to add?
Yeah, I just think we just got to be a little bit more clinical, a little bit more details, Those things are really important.
Head coach Rod Underwood of Chattanooga Football Club. Those were his comments after the match on July 6th against Crown Legacy FC. Taking a look at the tactical side of tonight's matchup against Carolina Core, one key will be between Chattanooga's forward line and the defense of Carolina Core. Jesus Sabara, Milo Garvanian will look to test Carolina's back line, especially targeting the spaces left by wingbacks who push forward. Kai Thomas will have to be at his best to thwart these threats. Conversely, Rodriguez of Carolina Core, who is in red-hot form, will be up against Chattanooga's central defenders. Duvan Villafara is fantastic back there. Obviously, Prepelica has been a force to reckon with for clubs coming up against Chattanooga for years, and Fareed Sarsar has been very good of late for Chattanooga Football Club. The midfield battle will also be very fascinating to watch. We'll watch Juarez and Cuevas for Carolina. They're great at quick transitions. The midfield will be looking to disrupt Chattanooga's rhythm and win the ball high up in the pitch. Jacob Evans will be pivotal in this role. We'll see what he can do as far as passing and opening up opportunities for the core to break up plays. Now we're going to listen to something a little fun. This is an exciting one for Chattanooga Football Club, and the guys, I think, are really fired up about this specifically. Gene Antoine has been selected to compete in the MLSNP Skills Challenge. Here's the team finding out during film this week.
First 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes of each game are very crucial, and we have to be mentally prepared to battle.
You know, there's 2v1, right? Pressure, cover, right? There's no cover. It's still really one-on-one, even in this situation.
Oh, and this is just a thing that they are doing, you know, the skill challenge with MLS Next. Oops, my bad. So Jean Antoine has been selected to participate. Okay. Next ball.
Don't speak that, win that
So he has been selected to participate in the MLS Next Pro, Goalie Words, MLS All-Star Skill Challenge for this year. So.
As a legend?
Because he's old. Because the oldest.
Because I have to go represent the club in the best way possible, represent myself, and make sure I do right by him and Coach Rod, everybody, you know.
The old joke is crazy. Congrats, Gene. Well-deserved. He is an absolute brick wall. I know you hear that cliche so many times watching sports, especially the beautiful game, but that man is a brick wall. He's unreal, and I'm sure he'll do very well in the goalie challenge as part of MLS Next Pros. Big showing over the weekend. What are we watching for tonight between Carolina Core and Chattanooga? Firstly, the intensity which Chattanooga starts the game. Underwood has emphasized the need for a strong start, and an early goal could really set the tone for the entire match. Secondly, keep an eye on how Carolina manages their defensive structure, particularly against Chattanooga's counterattacks. Lastly, the individual brilliance of guys like Rodriguez and Ibarra could turn the game in an instant. Those are the guys we'll watch, we'll keep an eye on specifically. We're going to get into starting lineups in just a moment. Before we do, here's pitch side with head coach Ron Underwood during practice this week discussing tonight's match.
From a mentality standpoint is we just have to continue to believe in our ability, right? We have a bunch of high-level players that can play football. And we know that we are there and we need to come in and show what we can do. And that's just what we plan to do. In our football, we have core principles, how we want to keep the ball, how we want to attack, how we want to defend. Opportunity is opportunity, right? Every game in the league is tough. We want to look at it to get back on track. And that's just the biggest thing for us. How do we get back on track? How do we look like ourselves? And how do we move forward? Because what's happened in the past is the past. We're talking about getting to a different level than we've never been before. And that's our goal. I mean, score more goals. But the reality is, how do we create opportunity? How do we deny opportunities? How do we maintain possession? Those are three core values. Our reaction to ball loss is vital for us, making it difficult for them. These are core principles that we work on all the time.
Rod Underwood discussing what Chattanooga needs to do against Carolina Core tonight. We're going to have all the action on CKRN. Glad you're with us. This is pregame chat. We're about to wrap it up and get ready for kickoff, which is a little less than 10 minutes away. truest point. Glad you're along for the ride. A really good one in store. Chattanooga Football Club, Carolina Core. Chattanooga Football Club looking to snap a 3-game losing streak. Their record 6-5-6, 28 points. Good for 4th in the Eastern Conference. The Carolina Foxes in their best stretch of the season. A pair of wins back-to-back, 19 points in league play. They're 4-7-4. Got their first ever win at home against Crown Legacy and looking to get their second against Chattanooga Football Club. We'll see if they'll be able to do it. The first time these two clubs played, it was all Chattanooga Football Club. They were electric. Let's listen back to the audio as broadcast on CKRN as part of that 2-1 win over Carolina Foxes. Chattanooga steals it on a pass. Callum Watson, long feed. Jesus Ibarra, well struck right side. He scores. 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club. Ibarra, his 3rd goal of the season, his 15th career goal. Jesus Ibarra gets a beautiful feed from Callum Watson, who will pick up his 3rd assist this year. Watson, the midfielder from Essex, England, gets the ball chipped to him. He walks it up towards the penalty arc, floats it down to Jesus Ibarra, who's breaking into the 18 on the left side. He walks it in and places the ball perfectly under the left hip of Pannon. Leaves it off. Taylor Gray in the wing. Taylor Gray, dribble into the 18. Pass out front, Milo Garvanian, well struck, he scores. 2-0 Chattanooga Football Club. His first ever goal as a full professional, his first for the Chattanooga Football Club. Those are the 2 goals that Chattanooga scored the first time they played Carolina this season. This is the 3rd and final regular season meeting between Chattanooga and Carolina Core's Foxes. They won 2-0 April 27th. Chattanooga lost to Carolina 2-1 at home. Now they're looking to close out with one final victory on the road in Carolina, taking on the Foxes. Will they be able to do it? Only one way to find out. This has been Pregame Chat. Thank you so much for being with us. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Ran the show live by myself today. A lot of fun. We'll have all the action coming up in just a moment on CKRN between Chattanooga and Carolina in pro side soccer action. Don't go anywhere.
Show your Chattanooga FC pride everywhere you go with official club gear. From stylish hats and tees to cozy hoodies and scarves, we've got everything you need to represent your team. Visit our online store at ChattanoogaFC.com or stop by our merchandise stands at Finley Stadium. Gear up and wear your colors proudly. Let's paint the city blue together. Chattanooga Football Club. Your team, your style, your gear.
Children.
Hey Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer.
Your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
Hey, you got this. Just breathe. Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Tune in to the Chattanooga Kickoff Network for live broadcasts of every Chattanooga Football Club match. Hear every goal, every save, and every moment of excitement from the comfort of your home. Don't miss a second of the action, whether you're at home or on the go. Follow us on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network and stay connected with all the live updates and commentary. Experience the game as if you were right there in the stadium. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
This summer, the Games will bring us together to celebrate our nation's athletes, their sacrifices, resilience, and unwavering passion. Because at the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority, from the practice fields in your town to the podium in Paris. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hey Chattanooga FC fans, stay connected with all the latest news, match updates, and behind-the-scenes action by following Chattanooga Football Club on social media. From Twitter and Instagram to Facebook and YouTube, we're bringing you closer to the team you love. Join the conversation, share your thoughts, and show your support with #ChattanoogaFC. Follow us today and be part of the CFC community. Don't miss out on any of the excitement. Chattanooga Football Club, connecting our city one post at a time. Hey Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com and bring your friends and family for an unforgettable night. Together, we can make this season one for the record books. Let's pack the stands and show our team the support they deserve.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting.
Location.
In the woods, just outside of town.
Oh, not surprising. You've got your home. Bears have theirs.
Yeah, but see, this wasn't just any bear. This bear was wearing jeans and a hat, as in a Smokey Bear.
Jeans and a hat. That's definitely Smokey. What exactly did he have to say?
Well, we were about to head home, after having a bonfire.
Oh, I can guess where this is going.
Right. See, Smokey told me the fire wasn't actually out. He said if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave.
That's true. Did you know that 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans? That means 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Wow, no kidding?
I'm a forest ranger. We never kid.
Sorry.
that was a joke.
Oh.
If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference, because 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal.
Welcome to an electrifying showing of pro-side soccer under the lights. This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network, bringing you every heart-stopping moment, every triumphant goal, and every unforgettable play from the field. The Chattanooga Football Club, with their unstoppable spirit and relentless drive, represent our city on the pitch again. The tension is palpable, the stakes are high, and the roar of the crowd is about to reach a fever pitch.
From
From the first whistle to the final victory cry, we've got you covered. This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. Now we go live to your play-by-play host, Gabriel Schrei.
Pro Soccer is live from North Carolina. The Foxes playing host to Chattanooga Football Club tonight. Hi and welcome. I'm Gabriel Schrei. CFC 28 points. They are fourth in the East. Their record stands at 6-5-6. The Carolina Core Foxes 19 points, 11th in the East. They are 4-7-4. Starting 11 tonight for Carolina Core, they're running a 3-4-2-1. Up front is Rodriguez. Behind him, Evans and Cuevas. In the middle, Juarez, Alenga, Cambindo, and Diaz. On the back, it's Thomas, Miller, and Covey. And Sutton playing in goal tonight. Sutton was a problem for Chattanooga just a couple of weeks ago at Fort Finley in Tennessee. They were unable to pierce his armor as he shut down the 6-yard box. For Chattanooga, the 3-4-3 tonight up front, it's Gray, Wamry, and Quack. In the middle, it's McGrath, Aranzazu, Arthur, and Watson. In the back, Villafaramina, Prepelica, Sarsar, and Burke playing in goal tonight for Chattanooga after Gene Antoine, who is going to be in the goalie skills challenge, caught a red card in Philadelphia. Chattanooga looking to get back to their winning ways. They've dropped 3 straight entering this match against Carolina Core. They could sure use the win tonight, and I think everybody knows it. They'll be looking to do whatever they can to keep momentum as they enter this match and take on the Foxes of North Carolina. Hi, everyone. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Glad you're along for the ride in what promises to be a thrilling matchup between these two sides. Both clubs out onto the pitch and looking ready to go. Chattanooga Football Club on the road wearing their blue with electric yellow striping and the white home kits for the Foxes of Carolina, who play host to CFC tonight. Ball at the center of the field. Carolina is going to start with the ball. We'll get a look at their strategy and philosophy on taking on Chattanooga first. Waiting for the final signal from our official, and we are underway with Pro Side Soccer live from Truist. Carolina immediately dumps this over the top to the far side into the wing and looking to get that back towards the 18. Chattanooga takes it away. So CFC, just outside of their own 18-yard box, will work this backwards to the edge of it. Fareed Sarsar distributes. Chattanooga dishing this back and forth. Looking to get this on the move up the field of play. Chattanooga to the far side. CFC working it along the touchline, midway between the midfield stripe and the 18. Long feed over the top and couldn't quite gather that up as it rattles around and is rejected from the edge of the wing. Set piece now as this will be a kick for the Foxes of Carolina. Carolina sends this to the touchline on the top. And now dumping it over midfield, just behind that stripe, Chattanooga swipes at it and sends it off. This goes over the dasher boards on the far side, so we'll see a throw in. Second minute of play has arrived. We're just getting started. Already a lot of action, and you can feel that these clubs want to do something early, want to make some noise early in this one. Live in North Carolina from Truist, Carolina Core Foxes hosting Chattanooga. This gets sent back off right away. Now Chattanooga will throw in. They're about 10 yards, maybe 15 behind the midfield stripe, looking to throw in from right to left. Going backwards with it, ball gathered up by Williams, who sends it long, rattling down the touchline. Chattanooga tries to get it around to Fox, regathered at the midfield stripe, and now going to have to work some magic. This one thrown in behind the midfield stripe. Chattanooga regathers, working it towards the 18-yard box, and sent all the way back to the keeper, Burke. He distributes to the far side. Centered up for the moment. Now to the close side. Working it back and forth, Foxes with the ball just outside of their own 18-yard box. Sutton to the far side. Midway through our third minute, scoreless and just underway from Carolina. Foxes looking towards the midfield stripe, poked away. Taylor Gray with the ball, given off. Garvanyan has it, looking, long feed into the wing. Here's the connection with Quack. Quack bends it into the 18, and Sutton gloves the ball. Nice save by Sutton. He's looking good early. Goalkeeper from Queens, New York. He's played in 13 matches already this season before tonight, and he's done really well, saving 70% of the shots that he's faced this season for the Foxes. He's had a great career. Played at Lafayette College in 2022, started 17 matches for them. Selected to the Patriot League preseason goalkeeper of the year. Back underway, Foxes working this towards midfield, getting it just over the line. A little bit of contact as Juarez gets rid of it. Carolina regathers along the edge of the circle. Cambindo looking to the far side. A good bend along the edge of the touchline. Passed around Taylor Gray. Too much on it as this escapes off of the pitch and will be a Chattanooga ball. Midway through the 4th minute, scoreless. Early stages from Carolina between the Foxes and Chattanooga. Chattanooga will throw in and work it way down to the left. A little bit of a reset as Fareed Sarsar flips the ball to the close side. With it is Watson who gives it off. Now he'll regather. Callum back to Prepelica. Anatoli distributes far side. Chattanooga chipping this back and forth. Now Fareed looking for somewhere to go with the ball. Not a lot of opportunity in this early stage. Sent long, over the top, beyond midfield, into the wing, all the way along the end line. Taylor Gray has it. He sends it out front. Quack, a header to the left, and Sutton able to get onto the ball. We remain scoreless in the 5th minute. Sutton makes an easy save, and Quack is able to salvage what may have been a little bit of a misdirection. Taylor Gray with a nice bend from deep in the wing down along the end line, just looking for that cross out front of the 6-yard box and couldn't quite find the connection he needed. 5th minute winding quickly. Just underway between these two. Foxes now will reset with the ball from way back along the edge of the 18, a long feed to midfield. Here's the connection just behind the stripe, long feed again. This one taken up off of a rope by Juarez. He's going to walk it backwards through vacant space, delivered just behind the circle, and touched to the close side for Carolina. Santiago Cambindo, the midfielder from Colombia, with it. Handed it off. Right away, Jacob Evans, the midfielder from Chester, England. Evans chipped it backwards. Kicked up towards the line. Taken by Cambindo again. He'll try the far side. Playing some keep away from Wamry. Midway through the 6th minute and scoreless. Chattanooga and Carolina core. Evans, a nice touch through the circle. He gets it right back off a pass and now sent off over the far touchline. Nothing could be done in that situation to maintain possession. Glad you're with us for Pro Side Soccer. Still scoreless. 7th minute has arrived. Chattanooga regathers. Dishing this back and forth. Prepelica on the back with the ball. A full reset for Chattanooga Football Club as they'll look to find some space and work this one through midfield. Sent forward, no good connection. Off the mark. Chattanooga going backwards with the ball off of a regathered misdirection. From vacant space, this sent to Prepelica, goes to Fareed. Quack returns it immediately from near midfield. Santiago was defending him. Evans after the ball, chipped around him, Chattanooga towards midfield, and sent back aerially, not liking the look. And again to Prepelica, way on the back, who's just outside of the 18-yard box near the penalty arc. He delivers this to Fareed. Sarsar playing some catch now, going back and forth with Callum Watson. 8th minute has arrived. We're halfway through it. Pro Side Soccer from Carolina. The Foxes playing host to Chattanooga. Glad you're along for this one. I'm Gabriel Schrei, CKRN. Scoreless, ready to go between two clubs who really need the points. One big play could break this open. Goal kick as this one slides over the end line. Burke will be the one to deliver. Burke sends this, an aerial play, goes over the top of the 18. To the far side. And through the wing, this one nearly escapes. Chattanooga, long pass, back towards the 18-yard box, on the corner of it, sent inside. Wamry with the ball through the 6, and it remains loose, skeetering through the center of the pitch, just in front of Sutton, and he gets lucky. Doesn't need to make the save midway through the 9th minute. Sheet remains clean for these two keepers, but a dangerous scoring chance by Chattanooga Football Club. That one was right out in front, nearly able to crash onto it on a run-on kick for the score. CFC getting the looks that they want early. So now a free kick to be delivered. An early set piece and from great position for Chattanooga Football Club. They're way down on the right, just inside of the corner, about 6, maybe 7 yards off the touchline, right hugged up against the end line. Chattanooga to deliver. Here's the bend backside, a header and too much on it as Taylor Gray sends this over the top midway through the 10th minute where we remain scoreless. Carolina Core will now work with the ball. Chattanooga Football Club bringing pressure early, a good sign if you're a fan of the boys in blue. Carolina wearing their green kits, chipping this back and forth along the edge of the 18. Foxes from the 18, delivered to the close touch line. Now to the far touch line. Carolina just behind midfield. Long feed over the top, into the wing on the far side, down on the left. He's got it gathered up on the edge of the 18, finding his way inside. Here's an entry pass and deflected over the end line. This will be Chattanooga goal kick. Jonathan Burke, Chattanooga Football Club, a sigh of relief as the threat dissipates without creating any havoc inside of the 6-yard box. 11th minute, halfway over between Chattanooga and Carolina. CKRN, I'm Gabriel Schrei. Glad you're with us for Pro Side Soccer. Burke sends this over the top. Long ball, a header on the back of the circle. Chattanooga's Taylor Gray regathers. Long feed for CFC. Wamry has it on the corner of the 18. Dribble, trying to knife his way inside, and Evans tackles him down as our official blows her whistle. Marie Durr, the head referee, Colin Ashley, Marcus Moss, our assistant referees this evening, Joe Sergin, the fourth official. And I'm not sure what she saw there. Ball goes to Carolina. Foxes, long delivery. It's Evans who comes up with it. The captain playing some keep away, trying to knife his way through traffic. Intercepted by Taylor Gray. He gives it off to McGrath and gets it right back. Now trying to fight his way through traffic. And Marie Durr blows the whistle again midway through the 12th minute as Gray goes down hard. Much too much contact for her liking as this will go to Chattanooga Football Club on the free kick. They're about 6 yards beyond the midfield circle, a long way out of the 18. We'll see what the strategy is for Chattanooga Football Club. Dished far side, CFC. White kits working it all around along the midfield stripe. All the way back, Mina gives it off to Prepelica. On the back side of the circle at midfield, he goes to Fareed Sarsar, who goes to Quack. Quack is trying to hook up with Callum Watson. Mishit and taken by Carolina. Foxes, Cambindo, close side to Kai Thomas. He goes back to Santiago, looking to play keep away, and all the way back to the far side, down on the wing, way down on the right. Carolina Core Foxes, a lot of room to work with for those green kits. Long feed, taken up in the circle by Chattanooga. Somehow they stay with it. Minjai Quack fighting his way into the attacking third. Centering feed and directed away by Carolina for the moment. Trying to battle this away from Wamry. He's after the ball, and it goes off near the corner. Well played by Carolina. Able to keep Chattanooga from creating an extra possession and get a quality shot there. 13th minute is coming to a close. 14th minute is coming between the Foxes and Chattanooga. Carolina Core Foxes are in their best stretch as a franchise. They've been electric. A pair of wins in a row. And in their last 4, 3 wins, 1 draw. Before that, they'd only had 1 win ever as a franchise. So looking very good. They also picked up their first ever home win last time out just a week ago against Crown Legacy FC. So they'll look to continue their form. They've got 19 points in conference play. At one point, nearly dead last in the league. So feeling good about being 11th in the Eastern Conference at 4-7-4. Carolina has the ball at midfield, floating it over the top towards the 18. Chattanooga directs it away. Regathered on the attacking side of things. Carolina bends it back door. Chattanooga scrambling for it. And Burke able to get onto the ball as Marie Durr coming over to check on not only Burke, but the attacker who crashed into him on the corner of the 6-yard box. Really well played. Been across the top to the backside. Almost able to get a shot on. But Burke makes a heady play and is able to slide onto the ball and prevent any danger. Juarez, the one who bent that across for the opportunity for Carolina. Goal kick now for Chattanooga midway through the 15th minute. Still scoreless between these two clubs. Chattanooga Football Club, 3 losses straight. This is their worst stretch since joining Next Pro at the beginning of the season. At one point riding high, fighting for that number 1 position in the league, night in and night out. Right now, 4th in the Eastern Conference with 28 points and looking to snap a dangerous skid. They're 6-5-6. They've been really efficient this season. Chattanooga off the goal kick, long feed to midfield, jostled, staying with the ball. McGrath trying to fight it away. Carolina wants the call, and a card is flashed as Marie Durr trying to keep Santiago away from McGrath. She shows the card and sending him away from McGrath, who will take a kick from the far side of the circle right behind the midfield stripe. A little too much grabbing for the liking of the official, and McGrath gets back after him. We'll play on. 15th minute is gone. We're midway through the 16th. Still scoreless between the Foxes and Chattanooga. Cambindo suffers the yellow card for Carolina early in this match between these two, where discipline is going to be key. Chattanooga delivers a howitzer from alongside the circle and a bit too much on it. What a laser strike from midfield. He wanted it all. It goes just wide left of the post, and Alex Sutton will put us back underway. The Lafayette product distributes this to Kai Thomas. Foxes, those green jerseys, looking for space amongst all the white kits littering their home field. Sutton again just outside of the 6-yard box will try the far side for the Foxes of Carolina. Carolina working it backwards. McGrath crashing onto the ball. Chattanooga coming after it. Quack wants to play it away from Santiago. He goes backwards. Now to Sutton, who's in the 6-yard box. And Alex delivers a long ball over the top. Behind midfield, Foxes battling this all around. Bent to the far side, over the stripe at midfield, along the touchline, right to left. Carolina Core. Prepelica takes it away. 2 attackers trying to strip this from Anatoli, and he goes down as he's able to clear the ball for a moment. And our referee sounds her whistle. She doesn't like that. Marie Durr calling out to wait to start play. Anatoli is still down. She certainly has something to say. Durr still talking to the man in the green jersey. He ran off immediately after watching the replay. Got tangled up with Anatoly. Prepelica goes down. He exits stage right. Still scoreless midway through the 18th minute. Carolina Core Foxes, Chattanooga Football Club. Lots of great scoring opportunities. We're certain to see some action bust open here soon. Between these two clubs, they've been very productive this season. Chattanooga has scored 28 goals, 18 goals scored by the Foxes, conversely. Combined 46 goals between these two clubs this year. Over the top, this one rattles around after a helmet finds the ball. Now an aerial play bent from midfield into the attacking side for Chattanooga. It's sent off by Carolina, and so a throw incoming. Foxes take this away from Taylor Gray, and the referee says no, the ball goes with Chattanooga. Carolina back in a defensive shell. This one about 12 yards beyond the 18-yard box. It's thrown in backwards, though, towards midfield, where Villafaramina touches it through vacant space to Anatoly. Prepelica distributes to Farid Sarsar. The ball comes back to him immediately. Midway through the 19th minute, scoreless. Chattanooga all the way back to Burke. He sends it over the top, through the sky, this one at midfield. Fighting for it. McGrath touches it through the air to himself. He's got a head of steam, left to right, fighting his way towards the penalty arc. Left off for Garvanyan. Long feed into the wing. Quack has it alongside the 18. Dribble, 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 fighting against the defender, Kai Thomas. He's double teamed, and it's sent off by the Foxes. Carolina, a nice play defensively, running down onto the ball and sending it off. And so now Chattanooga will have a set piece midway through our 20th minute. Still scoreless between the Foxes and CFC. ProSide Soccer Live, CKRN. Quack will throw in. He does to Garvanyan. Ball comes right back to him. Long feed via Faramina. About 10 yards beyond the 18. He sends it all the way back, roping its way into the circle. Anatoly. The Moldovan gives it off to Farid Sarsar. Farid back to Anatoly. Prepelica, long ball, McGrath. Connection here. Now he's going to deliver into the wing. Far side, Taylor Gray. He's got it. Knifing his way towards the 18. Two defenders. Bends it towards the 6 and headed away initially by Carolina. Mina regathers. Villafarra goes to Quack. Ball comes right back to him. Duvan back to Farid. Sarsar gives it off to Prepelica. This one directed to the far side of the circle and stripped away by Carolina. They have a chance to work with the ball, unable to gather, and Chattanooga takes it right back. Garvanyan, the one who enters into the attacking third, he'll pump the brakes and go backwards with the football. Chattanooga, one pass now to Callum Watson, looking inside. He's got Wamry, bent over the top, floated into the wing, down along the end line. Taylor Gray has it, trying to shake the defender. Sent out front, McGrath along the penalty arc, fighting away from two defenders. Chattanooga stays with it. They're going to go back to midfield and reset. And this one, a laser strike of a pass towards the wing, where Minjai Quack will deliver it to Farid. Sarsar to Duvan, who mishits this, and it escapes over the touchline. Carolina will take over just over midfield, working from right to left. 22nd minute has made its way onto the board, where we still have yet to see a score between these two clubs, but the action through the roof and building. Carolina goes backwards and chips this around a couple of times. Foxes towards midfield. Carolina still working with it through the circle. A long delivery to Cambindo. Santiago to Evans. Ball comes right back to him on the edge of that circle. Then over the top, far side, towards the touchline. Chattanooga headers this off. Some young fans eager to get onto the ball. Love to see families out in full force at these matches. Beautiful weather for it. Throw in coming now for the Foxes of Carolina. 22nd minute closing soon. 23rd coming between these two clubs in pro side action. Gabriel Schrei, CKRN. Glad you're along for the ride tonight and hope you're enjoying the action. Thrown in, Carolina just over midfield. Taken away by Chattanooga. McGrath leaves it off. Callum Watson through the circle. He goes a long pass up towards the wing. Minjai Quack. 3 defenders. He's trying to fight it into the 18. Taken away by Kai Thomas. He gives it off to Jacob Evans. Evans just behind the midfield stripe. A little stoppy action, and the misdirection leaves Quack off of his cleats. Carolina working the ball backwards. 1 connection, now 2. Bent to the far side, and the Foxes are looking for space to get this going. From right to left, towards midfield, Foxes go backwards. Carolina, a bit of a reset. Kai Thomas with it on the close side, just in the touchline. Goes over the midfield stripe to the circle. Back and forth, Carolina looking for a way to fit this up the pitch. Those white kits really shutting things down for Chattanooga very well in midfield so far. All of Carolina's opportunities have come on long passes over the top where they've had to go down, fight for the ball, and regather. Kai Thomas just behind the circle, going towards the far side for the Foxes of Carolina. Here's some room right to left through midfield into the attacking third. Foxes in the wing, far side, looking to bend this into the 18. Chattanooga battling it away, and this one sent off, misdirected by Chattanooga's football club. Carolina will stay with the ball and throw in from just outside of the wing. Tons of contact. Ball loose in the 18. Chattanooga clears it towards midfield. Ball loose again. Miss-hit. Chattanooga trying for Callum Watson. Stolen away by Santiago. Long feed deep in the wing. Far side in the corner. Foxes of Carolina with the ball down along the end line. Knifing his way towards the 18. Gets around a defender. Sent out front, and this one miss-hit just wide left. Carolina, a scoring chance is squandered as our 24th minute gives way to the 25th, and we remain scoreless between Chattanooga and the Foxes. It couldn't have been closer. A beautiful scoring chance. The pass from the corner on the far side, going from the very end of the field down to the corner of the 18 on the far side. He run on to that. The kick goes just wide left, a couple of feet beyond the post, over the end line, and as we're midway through the 25th, unable to break this stalwart match. Chattanooga will deliver this one. Burke, the goal kick. Sent over the top, skying it, looking for Callum Watson, and too much on it as this one goes off. Burke got to start this season in goal for Chattanooga and was very efficient for CFC. This is his first ever season as a full pro playing for Chattanooga. Played for the Eastern Illinois Panthers from 2018 to 2022, and then transferred to Drake, where he played for the Bulldogs for the final year of his eligibility. He's from Naperville, Illinois. Beautiful neighborhood. Ball goes off on the far side quickly. Thrown back in. Carolina Foxes behind the circle. Bent to Kai Thomas. Thomas will work with the ball. Those green jerseys shuffling around, trying to create space just over midfield. Foxes backwards behind the circle. Carolina core. Delivered to the far side. Carolina chipped back inside, just beyond midfield. Foxes trying to find a way along the touchline from right to left. And the feed, as it is dumped, goes over the end line for goal kick to Jonathan Burke. Glad you're with us. Pro Side Soccer. Jesus Ibarra, Milo Garvanyan were the scorers in the first victory of this year over Carolina Core for Chattanooga Football Club. They fell to them the second time. Duvan Villafaramina scored last time out for Chattanooga against Philly Union. Rod Underwood has emphasized the importance of playing the game that Chattanooga does best. Start well, cut out avoidable mistakes, stay consistent, and in good form. Chattanooga will have goal kick. 27th minute has rolled onto the clock. Still scoreless. Foxes and Chattanooga on CKRN. Long delivery, floated over the top towards midfield and sent off. Trying to get hooked up with Quack, and Evans plays this very well. Last touched by Minjai, so Carolina will throw in. Going backwards to the ball, not liking the look. Nice delivery by Diaz. Now towards the circle, just behind it. Carolina going to try over the top from right to left. This one rattling around, loose outside of the 18, and it rolls over the touchline. Last touched by Chattanooga Football Club. Chattanooga Football Club Gives this back to the Foxes. They'll throw in. Working it backwards from left to right towards the circle. Evans with the ball. Long feed. Deep feed into the wing on the close side. Juarez with it. Looking. Waiting. Around Callum Watson. Out in front of the 18. Back towards the wing. And Carolina doesn't like all the pressure. So now a full reset going back to the circle at midfield. Trying the far side. Looking and waiting. Carolina Core Foxes. A lot of pressure again. Still looking for just some way to fit that through midfield. Well delivered to Evans. He strikes it off the side of his heel, trying to get connected. Fox is fighting with Taylor Gray for the ball, and he gets it away for the moment, but nobody to take up what he has delivered. A little bit of contact we're going to play on. 28th minute about to give way to the 29th. We're still scoreless. Long feed, big collision outside of the 18. And we have a man down, Chattanooga Football Club. Big collision. Hopefully he's all right. A long feed from just beyond the circle and a very awkward tumble for Chattanooga's man. Looks like his leg may have gotten bent up underneath of him. Hopefully he's all right. So will they take a moment and check on him? We're going to take a break. We'll be back scoreless. 29th minute, about to cave into the 30th. In Carolina between the Foxes and Chattanooga Football Club on CKRN.
Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com and bring your friends and family for an unforgettable night. Together, we can make this season one for the record books. Let's pack the stands and show our team the support they deserve.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Tune in to the Chattanooga Kickoff Network for live broadcasts of every Chattanooga Football Club match. Hear every goal, every save, and every moment of excitement from the comfort of your home. Don't miss a second of the action, whether you're at home or on the go. Follow us on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network and stay connected with all the live updates and commentary. Experience the game as if you were right there in the stadium. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
This summer, the Games will bring us together to celebrate our nation's athletes, their sacrifices, resilience, and unwavering passion. Because at the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority, from the practice fields in your town to the podium in Paris. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
We're back with more pre-game chat. Here's your host, Gabriel Schrei.
Welcome back to Carolina. Foxes and Chattanooga Football Club. The 33rd minute has arrived between these two. Burke about to deliver goal kick. Shaken up, and hopefully he's all right. Chattanooga's man goes down, his knee bent under him. We'll see what Chattanooga does in his stead. About to get back underway as Burke will deliver this from just beyond the penalty arc. Long winding feet over the top towards the wing. Quack able to battle this away. He's got the ball down along the edge of the wing and the touchline. Sliding tackle. Man goes down hard, and a card assessed against Minjai. Alex McGrath arguing the case of Chattanooga. And Durr, our referee, not having it. Carolina's man still down. The Fox's man got tied up, and it looks like Minjai might have accidentally slid on top of his boot. It's hard to tell. Card assessed right away by Durr, the referee. He stays on, so it appears as though he's all right, thankfully. He'll play on and will play on. Juarez, the one who got tangled up. He gives it off to Cambido. Santiago bends this to the far side. Looking with it just over the stripe. Carolina Core Foxes back and forth along the circle. Santiago again with it, looking to Jacob Evans, who's defended by Alex McGrath. Evans is 10 yards beyond midfield. He'll bend it, skying it across the top to the back door along the touchline. Carolina looking for a feed down towards the 18, going backwards with it from left to right. And all the way back to the stripe, not liking all the pressure they're facing down around the outside of the 18. Chattanooga back in a defensive bubble. Santiago through traffic. One pass now, two away from Taylor Gray. Foxes from right to left along the touchline, looking to get this down towards the wing. Carolina, dribble along the end line. Centering feed towards the 6. Chattanooga clears it initially through the air. A play off of the helmet of Santiago. And Carolina able to maintain possession. Floated to Kai Thomas. He rolls this over the turf into the wing close side. Has a good connection to Juarez, who is taken down by Quack again. And Quack just suffered a yellow card for a very similar looking play. This time it looks like he will not. Marie Durr walking her way down into the wing, arguing with both clubs here. Jacob Evans wants the call. Chattanooga wants the football. Standing on it and a little bit of petty pulling of the ball. Quack did the exact same thing. Got tied up on the backside. Just some awkwardness to the way these two came together. Evans will now have a free kick from prime scoring position. This is as good as it gets for a set piece. The ball is 5 yards beyond the corner of the 18 on the close side, directly between the very corner of the 18 and the touchline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white kits are parked inside of the 18-yard box. A two-man mini wall built along the edge of the 18. Burke in net and awaiting what will happen on this set piece. Evans has 3 green kits inside of the 18 just behind the penalty spot. They're shifting around. Was 2 for a moment, make it 3 again. Marie Durr satisfied with a miniature wall. She leaves Callum Watson and Quack to stand there. Evans signaling to his teammates who are behind the penalty spot, parked in the center of the 18. Marie Durr moving traffic, waiting for the signal. Jacob Evans steps back. Here it is. He bends it across the top. Backdoor, a header sent away initially by Chattanooga and kicked through orbit by Taylor Gray, who clears this away. 36th minute, say goodbye and hello to the 37th minute, where we remain scoreless between these two clubs on CKRN. A really good look on the set piece just seconds ago. Jacob Evans tried to capitalize. It was bent to the very corner of the 6 on the far side from where he's standing. And on the right side of the net, run-on kick, unable to get after that. It was headed away by Chattanooga initially. Taylor Gray gets a boot under it, catches it, and sends it in a huge arcing motion over the top towards midfield. So now, Carolina is going to be awarded a penalty. It's the worst-case scenario for Chattanooga. A penalty kick has been awarded to the Foxes of Carolina Core. A prime scoring chance, much better than the set piece moments ago. Ibrahim Kovi, the defender from Paris, France, to take the kick. Chattanooga this season They've allowed 4 penalty kicks, 13th most in the league. Can they prevent Carolina Core from converting? The Foxes have converted on 75% of their penalty kick chances. Covey shuffles left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, shot left side. He buries it low under the arm of the keeper, Jonathan Burke. It's 1-0, Carolina Core Foxes midway through the 38th minute. Ibrahim Covey, a beautiful score. The Paris, France native shuffles to the left, then goes back right, delivers it well struck with his right foot to the low left side. There was nothing that Burke could do. Covey scores his second goal of the season. He began his playing career with Paris FC. He started with their U6 program, played all the way until he was with their U15 program, quickly excelled, playing for the U17 national team, played in 23 matches, scored 6 goals, caught the eye of FC Metz, joined the U19s in 17, earned promotion to their professional second team after 1 year, appeared in 23 matches, and now plays for the Foxes of Carolina. That is his second goal this season for Carolina Core. It makes it 1-0 as the 39th minute has arrived between Chattanooga Football Club and Carolina. CKRN, I'm Gabriel Schrei. Chattanooga trails in the early stages to the surging Carolina Core Foxes. They'll need to respond. It comes off of a penalty kick, which was shot and scored by Ibrahim Covey against Jonathan Burke. That's a tough one to deliver that, to have to face a penalty kick in the early stages. Late stages of this first half, though. Now Chattanooga facing the reality they may go to the locker room trailing. Whiteboard time certainly going to be welcomed after a penalty kick like that is awarded. That's a very deflating moment for any club at any level. Ball thrown in. Carolina over midfield into the circle through vacant space. Foxes stay with it. Long delivery right to left. Here comes Carolina Core. Another scoring chance. A blast delivered inside and deflected away by Anatoly. Trying to run this down. Chattanooga will let it go. This rolls over the wing and the touchline out of play, where Juarez will throw in for the Foxes of Carolina. Down on the left on the close side of the pitch. 40th minute is coming to a close soon. It's 1-0 Foxes. Thrown in by Juarez. Ball comes right back to him from Santiago. Cambindo steps aside as the pass is a long ball behind the circle, all the way from the wing, back behind midfield. Carolina chipping this back and forth on the back line. Going to try Kai Thomas and see what he can deliver. Thomas likes something he sees in the wing. Over the top, Farid Sarsar there. Headers it away from Juarez and gets the ball right back from a teammate. Farid looking to clear as the 41st minute rolls in. It's 1-0 Carolina. Into the circle. Foxes have the ball. Jacob Evans right to left. Long shot. Burke swats it away. Ball loose. Trying again. This one deflected away by Chattanooga down low. Well played by Prepelica. Regathered in the corner. Chattanooga headers this away from the 6-yard box on the cross. Taylor Gray has it in vacant space. It's chipped away from him, but regathered by Alex McGrath. Left to right through the circle. He leaves it off. Callum Watson. Watson, a lot of room, walking it towards the 18. Delivered to Quack on the corner of the 18. Centering feed out front, vacant space. Chattanooga has it. Regathered after it's deflected away. They have it on the penalty arc. Jimenez Aranzazu to the far side. Taylor Gray in the wing, looking, waiting. Not a lot of room. Gray going backwards into the 18-yard box. Chattanooga fighting with the ball. Double, now triple team. Given off to Taylor Gray. Nearly taken away by the Foxes. Chattanooga going backwards just outside of the wing. CFC going to work this back towards midfield on the edge of the circle. Not liking all the pressure from the Foxes, they give it off to the center back, Prepelica. He comes to the close side, Farid Sarsar. Long feed into the wing, bent inside by Quack and sent towards the end line by Carolina. They're trying to regather and clear. From the corner, going to the captain, Evans. He gives it off in the 18. Carolina fighting for it. And finally, the whistle, Farid Sarsar. Too much for the liking of our assistant referee down on the right. All of that action comes after a prime scoring opportunity for Carolina. Jacob Evans took a beautiful shot, an absolute howitzer from 10 yards beyond the 18-yard box. He goes left side and just a bit too much on it as Jonathan Burke takes a little sigh of relief and is able to keep this one from finding the twine. It remains 1-0. Carolina Core Foxes out in front. We've already played our way all the way into the 43rd minute between these two clubs in MLSNP soccer action. It's the number 4 team in the East on the road taking on the number 11 team in the Eastern Conference, but the Foxes are in the midst of the hottest stretch of franchise history. They've won 3 of their last 4 and played to a draw in that remaining 4th match. They've been very good and are looking to continue that form against Chattanooga Football Club at home. Their last match was their first ever win in a home match against Crown Legacy. 43rd minute, rolling and winding as Carolina hanging onto that lead and hoping they can walk into the locker room with it. Halftime coming quickly. Chattanooga takes over with the ball just behind midfield, chipping it back and forth, rolling this across the grass. Fareed Sarsar delivers to Callum Watson. He's got it just behind the midfield stripe. Fareed again gets the ball back, gives it off to the Moldovan from Chisnow. Anatoly to the far side along the touchline, left to right. Roped through traffic. There's a connection to the captain from Spennymoor, Alex McGrath. He gives it off to Callum Watts at a long feed down on the close side. Connection with Minjai Kwak. Bent inside towards the spot, and it sails. Wamry couldn't get a helmet onto the ball. Looking to put a header on that from the penalty spot. Just missed it. And as it sails over the top and out of play, a sigh of relief for Alex Sutton, the keeper, who was planted, posted up in the 6-yard box and anticipating a beautiful delivery from Wamry. Wamry, one of the best scorers in Next Pro. Mehdi, originally from Ivry-sur-Seine in France. Scored 7 this season. Almost scored a goal every other time out for Chattanooga Football Club this year. Carolina, after the throw-in, loses this towards midfield and it rolls off. The ball will be with Chattanooga Football Club. Duvon, long toss over the top, trying to regather. This one somehow finds its way through traffic to Taylor Gray. He's double-teamed, tries to pull the stoppie, and loses the ball in transition. Chattanooga rejects this near midfield with the whistle. So the 45th minute has arrived. We'll certainly see some stoppage time on this first half after the injury. It was quite a large delay. Ball will be a set piece along the touchline midway through the back for Carolina Corps Foxes, who lead 1-0. We've almost played 3/4 of an hour, the conclusion of this first half coming quickly. Carolina will send this over the top, skying this, airing it out. Long feed towards the 18 where Chattanooga directs it to Duvon. Via Faramino walking with it, dribbling his way down the field through the blades of grass. Callum Watson takes it from him and chips it over the top. Sent back by the Foxes of Carolina Corps where Anatoly Prepelica has it. Back and forth, working this one around from boot to boot. Chattanooga in their white jerseys looking for space to get through midfield. And we have a signal for 5 minutes of stoppage time on this first half. We've played 3/4 of an hour, 45 minutes. We're going to play 5 minutes of stoppage time between Chattanooga and Carolina on this first half. 1-0 Foxes lead. Chattanooga would love to knot this up before they head to the locker room and get whiteboard time. CFC still roping this around near midfield, just over the stripe, trying to get a connection towards the far touchline and sent off by the Foxes, now throwing in quickly. One connection. Carolina takes it away near midfield, playing his way through traffic. 2 defenders there. Somehow they get this to the captain, Evans, who goes down, and Marie Dunn right away throwing her arm up and blowing the whistle. This one going with the Foxes. They're trying to find a way to just skate to the locker room, walk away with a very successful first half of play. Anytime you can score off of a PK, you have to feel very good about it. I think Chattanooga knew they were in trouble as soon as that was awarded. This is a club that's converted on 75% of their chances from the penalty spot this season already. Going backwards with it, those forest green jerseys find Alex Sutton on the penalty arc. The keeper delivers far side. Back and forth, looking and waiting for some space, not liking what they're seeing. Carolina all the way back again. Foxes just beyond the penalty arc, looking for somewhere to go with the ball. Sutton not liking all the pressure and not liking anywhere he could go with the ball in this situation. Finally picks a direction, giving it off to Kai Thomas. Thomas also feeling hemmed in by Chattanooga Football Club. They're playing back, playing slow and careful, not wanting to go through traffic, and very content to work their way towards the halftime whistle. We've played 2 minutes of 5 called for in stoppage time. 47 minutes showing on the clock in this first half. To the close side. Quick connection made with Juarez. He goes backwards to Kai Thomas. Delivered to the far side. Foxes. Unsure of which direction to go. Carolina core back to Kai Thomas. Thomas just in the touchline on the close side, down on the right. Just outside of the wing. Now he'll rope it through midfield, trying for a long connection. Sent back by Fareed Sarsar. Jacob Evans gathers this up as it rattles its way through traffic. Just behind the circle. Sent to the far side by the Foxes of Carolina core. This one is going to be blown dead by Dunn. Referee delivering that ball to Chattanooga Football Club on the set piece. It's about 10 yards behind the midfield stripe. We played 3 minutes of 5 of added time on this first half. Fareed Sarsar. Back and forth, Anatoly Prepelica delivers to the far side. Chattanooga just behind the stripe. Trying this over the top. Headed around a defender. Carolina core Foxes strip this away and come up with possession. Trying to play some keep away. Chattanooga. Taylor Gray towards the 18-yard box. Ball loose. Alex Sutton takes his time and carefully falls onto this one. Wamry was closing in on him, and he heard the footsteps of Mehdi. Definitely watched his film because he knew Mehdi Wamry certainly a threat to score. Wamry has scored 7 already this year. And Alex Sutton went down on the ball but has stayed down, so hopefully he's all right, rolling a bit. I didn't see any awkwardness, and I didn't think he was touched. On the replay, it does look like Mehdi may have made contact with him while he was down on the grass. Hopefully he's all right. Wamry was standing near him when he started to writhe in pain. We've played 4 minutes of 5 of stoppage time. Sutton is back up and looks to be good to go. Waters distributed to the Foxes. We're about ready to finish up this first half of play. 5 of stoppage time, the call. We played 4.5. It's 1-0 Carolina core Foxes. They're looking to go to whiteboard time and take a break with a lead. Chattanooga has stepped off as the ball is way down on the right side in the 18 with Alex Sutton, the keeper. And he's having a conversation with Dunn, the referee of tonight's match between Chattanooga and Carolina. She drops it, and it's played to the far side. Right to left, Carolina core Foxes along the touchline. Long ball over the top towards the 18. Foxes are after it. Battle for possession. Anatoly Prepelica somehow comes away with it. Roped towards midfield. Rejected aerially by the Foxes. In vacant space, Minjai Quack, the first man to get to the ball. He goes backwards with it. Duvan Villafaramina comes up with the ball, and possession from him to Fareed Sarsar. Now Anatoly tries a laser pass to the far side, cut off in traffic by the Foxes. Carolina core Jacob Evans sent to Cambindo, going backwards towards the 18-yard box. We've played 5.5 of our 5 minutes of stoppage time, rolled all the way back to the keeper, Alex Sutton. The keeper walks his way through the 18, playing some keep away with Wamry. Sent long towards the wing and directed to Burke by Fareed Sarsar. Towards midfield, this one rattles around. Callum Watson thought he had it. Carolina core Foxes given to Juarez, right to left, towards the wing. Pass into the 18, backdoor by Evans, and just over the top. Mishit, misdirected by Carolina core. A surefire score as Burke had sold out to make the play on the close side. Unbelievable. What a stroke of luck for Chattanooga, who trails 1-0 in the final seconds of our first half. They'll certainly take it. And that will do it for our first half of play in North Carolina between the Foxes and Chattanooga. 1-0 after 3/4 of an hour and 5 minutes of stoppage time. We'll take a break with these two clubs. When I come back, we'll talk about the schedule going on around the league, MLSNP, what's coming up, big matches to watch, and take a look at the poll and where these two clubs stand. Don't go anywhere. CKRN.
Your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
Hey, you got this. Just breathe. Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Tune in to the Chattanooga Kickoff Network for live broadcasts of every Chattanooga football club match. Hear every goal, every save, and every moment of excitement from the comfort of your home. Don't miss a second of the action, whether you're at home or on the go. Follow us on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network and stay connected with all the live updates and commentary. Experience the game as if you were right there in the stadium. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
This summer, the Games will bring us together to celebrate our nation's athletes, their sacrifices, resilience, and unwavering passion. Because at the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority, from the practice fields in your town to the podium in Paris. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hey Chattanooga FC fans, stay connected with all the latest news, match updates, and behind-the-scenes action by following Chattanooga Football Club on social media. From Twitter and Instagram to Facebook and YouTube, we're bringing you closer to the team you love. Join the conversation, share your thoughts, and show your support with #ChattanoogaFC. Follow us today and be part of the CFC community. Don't miss out on any of the excitement. Chattanooga Football Club, connecting our city one post at a time. Hey Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com and bring your friends and family for an unforgettable night. Together, we can make this season one for the record books. Let's pack the stands and show our team the support they deserve.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting.
Location.
In the woods, just outside of town.
Oh, not surprising. You've got your home. Bears have theirs.
Yeah, but see, this wasn't just any bear. This bear was wearing jeans and a hat, as in Smokey Bear.
Jeans and a hat. That's definitely Smokey. What exactly did he have to say?
Well, we were about to head home, after having a bonfire.
Oh, I can guess where this is going.
Right. See, Smokey told me the fire wasn't actually out. He said if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave.
That's true. Did you know that 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans? That means 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Wow, no kidding?
I'm a forest ranger. We never kid.
Sorry.
that was a joke.
Oh.
If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference, because 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal.
Welcome back live at the half. It's 1-0. Carolina Core Foxes out in front of Chattanooga Football Club and in good form at home. Chattanooga played very well through that first half of play, conceded that goal on a penalty kick, and it was well delivered by Ibrahim Covey, who was able to bury it low left side under the right hand of Jonathan Burke, who dove, tried to make the save, couldn't get on top of it. Covey scores his second goal of the season in his 16th appearance for the Foxes. That's also their 19th goal scored as a club this season. The Foxes, 19 points in league play, would love to pick up 3 at home. They won their first ever home match last time out against Crown Legacy FC, looking to keep that rolling. They're in the midst of the best stretch of existence as a franchise. They've won 3 of their last 4 and played that 4th one to a draw, 2 wins in a row. They're 4-7-4 now. This is a franchise that has really turned it around, and they've been very hot of late, and they're looking to keep it going through this second half against Chattanooga Football Club. CFC, on the other hand, 28 points. They're in the midst of their worst stretch of the season and willing to do anything to turn it around. They need 3 points very badly. 28 points puts them at 4th in the Eastern Conference. They've done very well in league play. I'll get into the poll in just a moment. 3 losses in a row for Chattanooga's football club. They're 6-5-6 this season. Let's go ahead and take a look at the poll right now, the latest in the standings for MLSNP, and we'll focus on these 2 clubs, of course. Out in front, the team that Chattanooga played last week, 38 points for Philly Union 2. They're 11-3-3. Right behind them, St. Louis, 11-3-2 with 36 points. They're tied with North Texas Soccer Club, who has 36 points, 35 for FC Cincinnati 2, 32 for Chicago Fire. Ventura County's right behind them with 32. Whitecaps FC 2 has 31. Tacoma Defiance has 29. LAFC 2 has 28, and they're tied with Chattanooga Football Club, both of them right at the 9 and 10 spots. LAFC in 9 as they have 8 wins. Chattanooga's 6-5-6. NYCFC is the first club outside of the top 10. Behind them is Columbus Crew, Crown Legacy, New York Red Bulls 2, the Town FC, Sporting KC 2, Inter Miami CF, Orlando City B, Timbers 2, and the number 20 club is the Foxes of Carolina Core FC. They've been electric over the last couple of weeks and looking to keep it going at home tonight, where they lead 1-0 during our halftime break. Let's take a more complete look at those standings. Here's a breakdown in plain English for you of what we're looking at. Philly Union 2 leads the overall standings, 38 points from 17 matches, followed by St. Louis City 2 with 36 points. North Texas SC also at 36 points, but from 16 matches. FC Cincy 2 is close behind with 35. Chicago Fire and Ventura County are in the mix, 32 points each. The competition fierce across the league. Many teams are within striking distance of top spots and of making the playoffs. And every match has been crucial through the midpoint of this season. And going down the backstretch, it's only going to increase in pressure. 18 spots on the line in the playoff bracket, and obviously the stakes very high as those top teams not only get the home team advantage, but they get to pick their opponent for the playoff. Now we'll take a look around the league and what's coming up in league play and the schedule for MLSNP. This is the first match of the week in Major League Next Pro play. Chattanooga, Carolina, 1-0 at the half between these two. Coming up next tomorrow, just one match. Austin playing host to MNUFC at National Sports Center Stadium. That's a 7 p.m. Eastern Time kick. On Friday, one match as well. That's an 8:30 Eastern Time kick. Philadelphia and New York City Football Club 2 That's at Belson Stadium. On Saturday, just one match, Tacoma and LAFC 2 at Lumen Field, a 3 p.m. Eastern Time kick. MLS Next Pro Play, going to be a really good match between those two. And a full slate on Sunday. Chicago and New England kick us off at 5 Eastern. Crown Legacy and Orlando United 2 play at the same time. At 6 Eastern, a pair of matches, Columbus and Cincinnati. Inter Miami and Huntsville. At 7 Eastern, we have a pair, New York Red Bulls, Orlando City B. SKC 2, St. Louis. Then the nightcaps, some really good ones there. Houston and North Texas at 8 p.m. That's going to be at SaberCat Stadium. And finally, 2 late matches. Town FC and Real Monarchs will be a very good one. Ventura County and Timbers 2, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. All the action can be watched on Apple TV with MLS Season Pass. Really good matches this week in Next Pro Play. Excited to see how those shake out. Again, in our match, it's 1-0 at the half. Carolina Core Foxes are in the lead thanks to a penalty kick awarded off of a lot of scrambling, a little bit of contact out front of the 6-yard box. Chattanooga suffers, and they trail to the Foxes on the road, who have been red hot. And I think that was the focus. We talked about it during pregame chat. Rod Underwood knew that Chattanooga had to be really consistent through the opening stages of this match. I would say they did that. They got through it, and just a little bit of scrappiness, a little bit of action on the backside of the 18 while they're facing that shot on a set piece on a bend inside results in the penalty kick and results in the lone score of that first half of play. Can Chattanooga find their way back from that? Can they tie it up? Can they force a draw and go to a shootout? Will they pick up 3 points with the win on the road? We'll find out, but not yet. We'll take a short break and be back with the second half of action. Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network, Pro Side Soccer, 1-0 Foxes lead Chattanooga.
Hey Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com and bring your friends and family for an unforgettable night. Together we can make this season one for the record books. Let's pack the stands and show our team the support they deserve. Hey Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com and bring your friends and family for an unforgettable night. Together we can make this season one for the record books. Let's pack the stands and show our team the support they deserve.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on, and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Tune in to the Chattanooga Kickoff Network for live broadcasts of every Chattanooga Football Club match. Hear every goal, every save, and every moment of excitement from the comfort of your home. Don't miss a second of the action, whether you're at home or on the go. Follow us on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network and stay connected with all the live updates and commentary. Experience the game as if you were right there in the stadium. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
Welcome back from North Carolina, Pro Side Soccer, 1-0. The Carolina Core Foxes out in front of Chattanooga Football Club. on CKRN. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Glad you're with us for the action tonight. Chattanooga trailing after a penalty kick was scored in beautiful fashion. Ibrahim Covey, the defender, went under the right arm of the keeper. He just couldn't do anything. Burke sold out. Did the best he could, obviously, but when you get from the spot like that, there's not much you can do. Covey scores his second goal of the season. It sends the Foxes to the halftime break with a lead 1-0. They'll look to take advantage and keep this throughout the second half of play. Chattanooga, obviously, a very different story looking at the whiteboard. The numbers from that first half: 6 shots for Carolina, 1 for Chattanooga, 2 on goal for the Foxes, none for Chattanooga's football club. Blocked shots, 1-0, Carolina leading that category. Total passes, this is an interesting one, 250 to 185, Foxes lead, and they lead the accuracy category as well, 90.3 to the 87% of Chattanooga. No official corners, total crosses, 4-2, Chattanooga leads that category, 1 offsides for the Foxes. That's where we stand mathematically after one half of play as we're about to get back underway between these two clubs on CKRN. 1-0. Carolina Core Foxes out in front of Chattanooga Football Club. Hello and welcome on CKRN. I'm Gabriel Schrei. This one right away, Chattanooga back to regather after an awkward finesse through traffic in vacant space, coming up with it. Chattanooga going to try over the top, gathered up by the Foxes, delivered into the corner. Here's a bend over the top to the back door from the 6-yard box. A shot, and Burke is able to fall onto it. Nice look for Jacob Evans, who's crashing onto the net, just unable to clean that up as it remains 1-0 Foxes. That's exactly how you want to start a half of play. You sit there, you draw up what you want to do. You cannot draw it up better than that. An immediate scoring opportunity, just unable to find the twine. 1-0 Carolina Core out in front of Chattanooga in the early stages of our second half. Foxes back with the ball down on the left along the touchline, chipping it back and forth. It's Miller, the midfielder from High Point. He's got the ball and looking through midfield where he's intercepted by Callum, and the whistle as our official giving this back to the Foxes of Carolina. Too much contact, a little collision with Duvon. Miller leaves it off, and our kick will be delivered by the man from Ibega, Columbia, Cambindo. Came to Carolina from Houston Dynamo's U20s. Delivered to the far side. This one escapes the field of play as well. Last touched by the Foxes, so Chattanooga will throw in. From the touchline, midway between the 18 and the stripe. From right to left, Chattanooga, the throw in, a long feed into the circle. Jimenez Aranzazu running through midfield into the attacking third. Has help both ways. Comes to the close side, down along the touchline. Taylor Gray deep in the wing along the corner of the 18. Back to Jimenez. He passes it towards the 18-yard box. Here's Callum Watson walking it towards the penalty arc. Chipped back in front. There's a shot right side. Gloved away by Sutton. And now the Foxes able to clear this away from the 6-yard box. Just out of the 18, Chattanooga regathers into the wing on the far side, and a trip as the flag comes up from our assistant referee. Chattanooga had a chance along the edge of the wing, but what a scoring opportunity down inside for CFC. Delivered perfectly to Watson, who just couldn't bury it. Regathered by the captain, McGrath. He dives down into the wing with it, and Chattanooga's man is tripped up, so a set piece and a beautiful scoring chance. This is maybe 5 yards beyond the corner of the 18 on the far side. 2 Chattanoogans standing along with the ball, a 2-man wall for the Foxes. Our official says they are set, and now checking on the bodies stacked up inside of the 18-yard box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white kits just outside of the 6-yard box. Here's the delivery, Ben out front, a shot, and Sutton gloves this straight up into the air. Chattanooga, a run-on kick, this one too high, and the arc sends this up over the top out of play, and to some young fans who are delighted to see the ball right in front of them in the 49th minute where it's 1-0 Carolina Foxes. CKRN, I'm Gabriel Schrei. Hello and welcome. The Foxes, 19 points in league play. 3 more would be massive and a huge shift in the poll. At the end of the night, it would move them up quite a few spots, actually. They would go all the way up behind Orlando City B. Ball is dumped for Carolina from left to right along the touchline into the wing. Foxes into the 18. He's got a scoring chance. Here's the shot from the 6-yard box, and a big-time save by Burke. He's able to stay cool as can be, steals himself and gets a glove onto the ball and sends it off of the pitch. What a scoring opportunity there by the Foxes, crashing down inside. Finds his way to the 6-yard box and just not able to get that one to go. Deep in the 18, takes the shot. Burke gloved it, so it's last touched over the end line by Burke and will now be sent from the corner by the Foxes. Our first corner of the match. Carolina Core are going to be the ones to deliver. Scoring opportunity. They're way down on the right on the close touch line. From the corner, this one rolled along the end line. Foxes stay with it. Ben out front of the 18. Jimenez Aranzazu the intercept, and they'll say this one escaped play and went over that end line, so goal kick for Burke. Carolina Core rolls to the far side of the 6-yard box, bent over the top towards midfield. Chattanooga staying with the ball. Taken back by the Foxes, just outside of the 18 now. A nice pass from the corner, fighting with it. Jimenez Aranzazu crashes onto the ball. Carolina stayed with it, but too much contact by the Foxes and the ball to Chattanooga Football Club. Chattanooga way down on the right will be working with possession. 51st minute has arrived. Foxes lead 1-0. Long bend by McGrath. Taylor Gray has it just behind the midfield stripe. Fighting it away from Mario Diaz, the forward from Columbia. And Chattanooga are going to go around the back line from the close side to the far side. Anatoli gives this off and sent backwards by Chattanooga to their keeper, Burke. Jonathan, the man who has been solid and steady on the grass in the 6-yard box tonight. Chattanooga through midfield, rattles around in traffic, and McGrath was on the ball for just a moment, but blown dead. Referee looking to our fourth official tonight, who is calling for a substitution for Chattanooga Football Club. Officials tonight, Marie Durr, the head referee, Colin Ashley and Marcus Moss are assistant referees. Joe Surgan, the fourth official. Changes made for Chattanooga Football Club. Crashing down after the ball, Taylor Gray chips this out of play over the touchline near the midfield stripe. 1-0 Foxes, 52nd minute, halfway over. Carolina Core in the best stretch in franchise history, really. They've won 3 of their last 4, played that 4th match to a draw, and it's been crucial in building points for a club that was at the very bottom of the standings. Miller, the midfielder, gathers and goes back to Sutton, who sends this aerial over the top beyond midfield. Chattanooga plays this with a helmet back towards the stripe. This one still behind midfield, but CFC stays with it. Towards their own 18-yard box, just beyond the penalty arc. Anatoli, the Moldovan, goes to the far side. Fareed Sarsar, well played, up to McGrath, who chips it over the top towards the wing on the far side along the touchline and sent off by the Foxes of Carolina Core. Good defensive decision, sees that coming in. Chattanooga had a chance to gather that up, and they just send it off. Quickly thrown in by Chattanooga Football Club, working it along the front of the midfield circle, now to the close touchline from right to left up to Taylor Gray. He bends it towards the 6-yard box. Chattanooga trying for a centering feed as Garcia Sosa suffers a collision, wants a call. Sutton got after the ball, and the referee says this one going with Chattanooga from the corner. Our second corner of the match, the first for Chattanooga Football Club, who has seen limited set pieces tonight, and that's traditionally somewhere they are very successful from. 1-0 Carolina, 53rd minute about to give way to the 54th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white jerseys in the 6-yard box. Those Forest Green kits trying to push them away. Chattanooga will deliver from the close side, way down on the left end of the pitch. The corner, winding up with it, waiting for the signal from our referee. She's stepping back. Durr sounds the whistle. Here comes the corner. McGrath stepping backwards, waiting, looking, throws his hand up, approaches, strikes it over the top, back door, and Sutton gloves this out of the air. What a save by the keeper. Alex Sutton has been a shutdown man all season long. The Lafayette product, played for the Maryland Bobcats in 2023. He had 7 shutouts, and the Queens, New York native has been fantastic this season for the Foxes of Carolina Core. Ball is midway between the 18-yard box and the midfield stripe on Carolina's end of the pitch. Down to our left, this one battled along the touchline. A big collision. The ball also escaping over the chalk. Foxes will throw in. A lot of oddness on that. Some grabbing and maybe somebody just blowing a tire on purpose, allowing themselves to go down and deliver the ball back to the Foxes. From the far side, Watson will suffer a yellow card for that. Carolina Core gets us back underway. Touched gently backwards towards the wing, down on the left. From the touchline out to the keeper, Sutton, who sends this aerial through orbit beyond the circle at midfield. Chattanooga touches this to Garcia Sosa, knifing his way through traffic right to left, just about 12 yards beyond midfield. Leaves it off for Alex McGrath. He goes backwards. One connection, now two. Back to Duvon via Faramina, who rolls this through traffic to Callum Watson. Chattanooga doesn't like all the pressure from those forest green jerseys. They're going to try to go back behind the midfield circle. Now, trying the far touchline, Chattanooga Football Club gets this through traffic, and Jimenez Aranzazu doesn't like all of those forest green kits, so he's going backwards with it. Chattanooga looking for space. 56th minute has arrived. Carolina Core in the lead 1-0 out ahead of Chattanooga Football Club. Chattanooga from right to left, just over midfield. Foxes take it away, but a big collision means our referee will sound her whistle. Ball staying with Chattanooga Football Club. They'll take over 10 yards beyond midfield, but instead going backwards with it. The Moldovan, Anatoly, the center back, gives it off to the close side. Taylor Gray has this stripped away by the Foxes. Well played by Carolina. Mario Diaz over midfield, battling against Gray, and now he'll suffer a call from our referee. And Callum Watson showing his frustration, throwing his hand into the air. He says, I just can't believe it. So we'll get back underway with the set piece from just over the line. The kick by the Foxes. Cambindo, the one who sends this to the far side. The Colombian gets the Foxes rolling again. They send it all the way back to their keeper, Alex Sutton. Sutton distributes close side to Miller. Stolen away by Taylor Gray. He tries to center this up. Able to keep the ball on the pitch. He's in the corner, way down on the left. From the touchline, bends it towards the corner of the 18. Headed once, now twice. Kicked by the Foxes, trying to stay with it. Mario Diaz battling with Callum Watson, playing keep away from Taylor Gray. A collision. We play on. Those forest green kits send it inside. Cuevas, the midfielder from Barcelona, all the way back to Miller. Sent up towards midfield stripe. Jacob Evans, the one who is walking away from Luis Garcia Sosa, being pursued by the man from Mexico City. Now to the far touchline. Lots of room for Carolina Core, who's working left to right, trying to find some space and not liking all those white jerseys. Too much traffic, so they'll go backwards and look for a different alleyway. 57th minute is about to cave into the 58th, where it's 1-0 Foxes. Ball still going backwards here, and Miller going to deliver to the keeper of the Foxes, Alex Sutton. Sutton will light one off through the air. Long feed. Aerial ball. Chattanooga rejects this towards midfield. And both clubs vying for possession there as it escapes over the touchline. CKRN, glad you're with us. Pro Side Soccer. Be sure to follow the club at Chattanooga FC. You can always get updates 24/7. They live tweet the matches there. And you can always listen to every match here on the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. Back underway, Chattanooga with the ball near midfield. From right to left, here's a couple of chances through space. Delivered to the far side, into the wing, along the edge of the 18. Kai Thomas playing shutdown defense. This one through vacant space, rolls all the way almost back to midfield. Chattanooga comes up with it for Reed Sarsar, long delivery. Luis Garcia Sosa, and he is being pursued by a pair of defenders, so dips this back just behind midfield to Duvon. Via Faramina, playing some catch with Taylor Gray. Jude Arthur there alongside him. Back to Prepelica, who stands alongside the midfield circle. Arthur doesn't like the pressure as he's being crashed down on by Mario Diaz and rolls this back to Burke, the keeper of Chattanooga. CFC all the way down on the right, just outside of their own 18-yard box. White jerseys looking for room. Roping this back and forth, connection after connection. Chattanooga Football Club for Reed Sarsar. Towards the penalty arc, Anatoly Prepelica. The center back and Moldovan looking towards midfield. There's Taylor Gray. He's 5 yards behind the stripe. Given off to Jude Arthur. Duvon Villafaramina now from his defensive position way on the back. Looking for somewhere to go with the ball through midfield. 1-0 Fox's lead. We're closing in on the 60th minute of play from North Carolina. This one to the far side along the touchline where Chattanooga Football Club stays with it. Foxes crashing up just beyond midfield. CFC looking for a way to get this through. This one delivered 5 yards beyond the stripe. Chattanooga nearly had it stolen away in vacant space. Jacob Evans chasing, and Luis Garcia Sosa trying to find some help. Gives it off to the captain from Spennymoor, England. McGrath, long feed for Wamry, and it's cut off by the Foxes. Carolina Coors Miller with a brilliant play defensively in midfield. And the big guy gets it back again off of a deflection. Now he ropes it to the keeper, Sutton. Alex lights off a pass to the close side to Mario Diaz with a little hezzy he gets around Taylor Gray. Gray also played with the man from Maryland there, Alex Sutton, the keeper. They played for the Bobcats in Nisa last season. Taylor Gray has been very successful at Chattanooga Football Club. He's a Reinhardt University Eagle product. Played in the NAIA, was very successful in Waleska, Georgia. Basically local to the area. He actually is from the Maryland area. Played collegiately in Waleska for Reinhardt's Eagles. Went back home to where he's originally from in Maryland and played for the Bobcats. Made the roster initially with their B team. Rose through the ranks there and came back to Chattanooga to play professionally. Just about an hour drive, maybe an hour and 20 minutes from where he went to college at Reinhardt. A little collision, so a kick coming for the Foxes. Carolina right near the midfield stripe. Core. Jacob Evans will take this, and there's the signal. 61st minute, 1-0 Foxes. Carolina going backwards. One pass now, two. Santiago comes up with it. The Colombian Cambindo back to Miller. He's going to try a long feed to Mario Diaz, who has a lot of room through midfield, working left to right, looking for help. Has it taken away by Chattanooga. Taylor Gray on top of the ball. Gives it off to Callum Watson. Backwards go the White Kits, looking for room through midfield. Chattanooga blows a tire. Jacob Evans has it for the moment and a slide tackle. Too much for the official to ignore as she flashes a card. I believe Jimenez Aranzazu, the man who will suffer. Jimenez Aranzazu, a very nice piece in the midfield for Chattanooga this year. If he does suffer that yellow card, it's his 4th of the season. It's almost without a doubt he is going to be the one who is carded. Written up and great spot for the Foxes. It looks to be about 35 yards of grass, maybe less, 30 yards of grass down beyond the 6-yard box. We'll call it a 36-yard distance from the twine. Jacob Evans, the captain, the one who will take this. 62nd minute, goodbye. Hello to the 63rd. 1-0 Foxes and a chance to extend it. The midfielder from Chester, England. Very successful this season. He's already scored 3 goals. Here's the signal. Evans bends this over the top. Backside of the 6. Burke streaking after the ball. It's loose in the 18. Chattanooga swats at it and now cleared. This one batted away with a boot to the far side into the wing, and Chattanooga gets it rolling towards midfield. Ball's still loose, scampering after it. Both sides want this. Is Carolina able to touch it back to the keeper, Sutton, who will slow things for the moment. Halfway through the 63rd minute now. Remains 1-0 Carolina after Evans can't capitalize. Beautiful scoring chance for the Foxes. Carolina Core just couldn't find a way to get that one to go. Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network, Gabriel Schrei. Glad you're with us for the action between these two clubs. MLSNP Pro Side action. Next for Carolina, they're going to host 3 home matches in a row. New York City on July 27th. August 3rd is Orlando. August 7th, Inter Miami. Then they hit the road and take on FC Cincy. Chattanooga Football Club will be at home, and I hope you'll be with us. Orlando City B, July 27th, coming to the Scenic City. Do be sure to join us. Really good match coming. ChattanoogaFC.com. Click onto the tickets tab. Then Toronto FC makes their way to Chattanooga. August 3rd. We'll have all the action on CKRN if you can't be with us in person. Ball into midfield, rattling around halfway through the 64th minute where it's 1-0 Carolina. And Chattanooga going to come up with it. CFC backwards towards the right side, 10 yards behind the midfield circle. Sent back to the penalty arc where the keeper of Chattanooga, Jonathan Burke, awaits. We played 1 hour and 4 minutes of pro-side football action from North Carolina. MLSNP soccer between the Foxes and Chattanooga Football Club. 1-0 Foxes. This one rattling around between boots. Carolina had it for a moment. Now Chattanooga taken back by the Foxes. Long feed. Evans into the 18. Here's a shot right side. Burke is left splayed out. It's 2-0 Carolina Core Foxes. What a score! And he punches the flag with authority in his celebration. 2-0. The Foxes out in front at home. The 65th minute brings a second goal. Covey scored on the penalty, and Evans puts them out in front by a pair. His 4th goal of the season for the Foxes. Jacob Evans came from Houston Dynamo 2. 22 match appearances in 2022. Started 19 of them. Played almost 1,700 minutes. Last season played almost 30 matches, 29. Started 28. Had 4 goals, 4 assists. 4 more with about half the season left to go. He's looking good in his development in MLSNP. Evans, a beautiful goal. That one rattled around in traffic quite a bit before it squelched out in front. Carolina Core Foxes just happened to come on top of that in vacant space. A ton of room to work with as they go left to right. And Evans, the benefactor of a beautiful pass through traffic, works his way into the 18. Burke has to make a play on that. Approaches from the edge of the 6, and it leaves him out of position, unable to do anything, as it's perfectly delivered backside by Evans to make it 2-0. Carolina Core Foxes out in front by a pair. At home, they recorded their first ever win at home last week against Crown Legacy FC, looking for their second ever in the Independent Derby tonight on CKRN. 66th minute breaking way to the 67th as it's 2-0 Foxes, and players getting ready to get back underway on the grass in North Carolina. Carolina Core Foxes, they've been very efficient, best stretch in existence of the franchise. And I think it all goes back to the bench. Head coach Roy Lassiter, Amado Guevara, Andy Williams, Donovan Ricketts, significant MLS and international experience. These guys know their football. So it's 2-0 as we'll get back underway. Chattanooga Football Club with possession. Joseph Perez into the match in place of Villa Faramina. Perez to the far side towards the touchline. Foxes strip this away again just over the midfield stripe. They're going to go backwards from right to left as they reset. Chattanooga crashing on the ball, trying to find some way to take this away. Pinballing around. Foxes staying with it. Evans delivered far side along the touchline. About 20 yards over the stripe. Now they'll go backwards towards midfield and behind it to Miller. And Miller, being pursued by Taylor Gray, goes all the way to Sutton. The 2 men from Maryland almost met head on there as Mario Diaz now takes a pass. Miller not liking Taylor Gray after him, going back to Sutton again. Foxes go far side towards the touchline just behind the midfield stripe. Carolina, long feed, aerial ball into the wing. Here's a chance for Carolina Core. He's got it along the edge of the 18, dribbling, looking, waiting, knifing his way towards the box. Goes back outside towards the corner. Jacob Evans regathers just beyond the wing. Carolina, too much pressure from the white jerseys. They'll retreat to midfield. Foxes looking for space, leading 2-0 midway through our 68th minute on CKRN. Carolina Core just over the midfield stripe, backwards again, all the way towards the 18-yard box, a full reset. Alex Sutton finesses this to the far side and mishit as this rolls through vacant space and off of the pitch. Hello and welcome to minute 69. It's 2-0 Foxes. Carolina Core turn this over to Chattanooga, who will throw in. This one thrown in backwards towards midfield. Chattanooga Football Club trailing by a pair of goals. Chattanooga backwards, one connection, now 2. Working this all the way to the close side now to Perez. Perez to the right of the midfield stripe, 10 yards behind it. ropes this over the top. Taylor Gray takes it up around a trio of defenders. One man in front of him on the corner of the 18. Left off on the edge of the 6-yard box, and Alex Sutton able to shut down a scoring chance. Really well played by Taylor Gray through traffic. Comes up with it. He's able to shake 3 defenders. There's 2 men left between him and the 18. Wins a foot race. Fights his way into the 18-yard box. Leaves it off along the edge of the 6. Mehdi Wamry is the one who's chasing down the ball. And the way that Sutton approaches him just kind of leaves him at a bad angle. No way he could get to that without fully selling out and throwing his body onto the grass. So he just lets it roll off. Goal kick in the 70th minute. 2-0. We played 69 minutes from North Carolina. The Foxes out in front over Chattanooga Football Club, continuing what has been the best stretch in franchise history. Chattanooga Football Club has not picked up points in a month. 28 points. They are 4th in the Eastern Conference. Not just in playoff contention, still squarely a playoff team, and needing to get back to their winning ways. Chattanooga steals it on a pass. Taylor Gray walking it towards the 18. 2 defenders, tries to pass it inside and sent off. He was looking for Joseph Perez. It's cleared off by Mario Diaz, who goes over the touchline, not liking all the pressure. Chattanooga throws in. Perez gave it to Callum Watson, playing it away from Mario Diaz to the corner of the 18. He gets it back. Joseph to Wamry. He gives it off to Jimenez Aranzazu. Ladles this backwards. Jude Arthur being harassed by Miller. Fareed Sarsar says, I don't think so. This one left to right all the way back to the keeper. Jonathan Burke sends this one into orbit through outer space. Miller headers this away from Wamry, and it's covered by Sutton. The ball was sent by Burke over midfield into the attacking third. It rolled back to Miller, who is just beyond the 18-yard box. He headers it, trying to go back to the keeper, Alex Sutton. And Sutton, the Carolina Core Fox, suddenly sees that Mehdi Wamry is crashing down on him, the most efficient scorer on the Chattanooga Football Club roster. We're back underway as this one's sent to the far side along the touchline from left to right by the Foxes of Carolina Core. They lead 2-0. They've done very well. 71st minute is gone as we've entered the 72nd from North Carolina. Just 20 minutes left to play in regulation between these two clubs. Pro side soccer action on CKRN. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Hi and welcome inside of the booth. Just over the circle, Chattanooga looking for some way to get this towards the 18. Well played off the heel into the edge of the wing. Sent into the 18 near the penalty spot. Foxes alone with the ball as they pick it up in vacant space. Mario Diaz. He goes back to Miller, who blows a tire. Taylor Gray crashing after it. Perez gets it to him. Joseph fighting for Miller with the ball. This one loose along the end line. Miller after it. Tries to go to Diaz. Chattanooga takes it away. Perez almost had the pass taken off of his boots by Miller. Chattanooga regathers again just outside of the 18-yard box. Jimenez Aranzazu dribbles through traffic, takes a shot on Sutton as he's tripped. Here's another shot from Perez. Chattanooga wants a call. Sutton kicks the side of the net and a shove on the edge of the 6-yard box. I don't think the referee saw it. Jimenez Aranzazu is furious. What a play by Jimenez Aranzazu. 3 defenders there, and they just stand by and watch as he rides a bike on a rope into the 18-yard box, takes a shot low left side. It's deflected away, and the only result of all of this is going to be a corner for Chattanooga Football Club. Maybe scratch that. We've got fresh legs coming onto the pitch for Chattanooga. 73rd minute is about to eclipse the 74th. It's 2-0 Foxes. We will have a corner for Chattanooga. They're way down on the left, the close corner, where our delivery will come from. Chattanooga Football Club, the signal, and waiting for our referee to say she's satisfied with the bodies inside of the 6-yard box. 1, 2, 3, 4 white kits. Forest green contending. Alex Sutton looks ready. 74th minute is here. 2-0 Foxes. Chattanooga looking to get one back. From the corner. Wamry off of the pitch. Jalen James is on. Watson out. Garvanyan in. Here's the signal from the close corner. Bent over the top, floating towards the edge of the 6, and Alex Sutton flashes the gloves. He makes himself tall and plays it very well, snagging that with fingertips out of the air. It remains 2-0 Foxes as they eliminate the set-piece scoring chance. Midway through our 74th minute, Carolina working from left to right. Towards midfield, Forrest Green looking to get into the attacking side of things. Now going backwards as Chattanooga crashes. Being followed by Jalen James. Miller with the ball for the Foxes. Carolina not liking his presence going backwards. Ibrahim Covey touches it for a moment. He scored on a penalty earlier. The goal scorers today, Ibrahim Covey, along with Jacob Evans from Chester, England. Ball to the far side, left to right along the touchline, rattling around in traffic as boots find it. And now a throw-in coming for the Foxes, midway between the stripe and the 18-yard box. Thrown in backwards towards midfield. Carolina working to gather it. And they're happy, content to burn clock. We have just over a quarter of an hour left to play from North Carolina in this 2-0 match. Chattanooga trailing on the road to the surging Foxes of Carolina Core. Roped over midfield to the close side along the touchline. The connection there with Mario Diaz. Carlos, the man from Columbia, tries to center this up towards the circle. Coming up with the ball, Forrest Green, Carolina to the far side. One pass now to Evans walking with it. He's about 10 yards beyond midfield, being harassed by Chattanooga, and the collision elicits a whistle from our referee. Marie Durr didn't like that. The head referee says that's just too much. Jimenez Aranzazu, it looks like legs and boots get tangled a little bit there. Enough for her to say we're going to see a free kick. Jacob Evans will put us back underway for the Foxes of Carolina Core. They would be very content to burn out the remaining 14 minutes of regulation. We're almost done with our 76th minute. 2-0 Foxes. We are back underway as he'll go backwards from right to left behind midfield in the circle. Ibrahim Covey plays keep away with Taylor Gray. Foxes down to Mario Diaz. Carlos backwards to Miller. Miller from the stripe back to Covey. Covey looking both ways. Not a lot of room to work with. A little pushing and shoving. Carolina stays with it near midfield. Backwards again towards their own 18-yard box, and this one rolled all the way to the keeper of the Foxes, Alex Sutton. 2-0 CCFC leading Chattanooga. Chattanooga crashing after the ball, coming up with it, but a collision results in another whistle. Durr says too much. Ball will stay with the Foxes of Carolina Core. Halfway through our 77th minute between these two clubs. They'll take a hydration break, and we're going to take one as well. We'll be back with more Pro Side Soccer shortly on the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. The final leg of this match, 2-0, Foxes lead Chattanooga Football Club.
To your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
Pro Side Soccer, welcome back on the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. I'm Gabriel Schrei, CKRN. It's 2-0 Carolina Core Foxes. Chattanooga trailing in North Carolina on the road. Looking to break a winless streak of 3 matches in a row. They've been struggling of late. need to find a way to improve their form, and it doesn't look like they'll be able to do it on the road tonight. Still quite a bit of time left to play. We'll see what Chattanooga can bring together. Hi, everyone. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Glad you're with us, where it's 2-0 Foxes. We're about to get back underway following a hydration break for these two clubs. Carolina will get us started, rolling this backwards from right to left all the way to Sutton. The keeper plays it, long ball through the air to the far side, and this one rattles out over the touchline. Foxes will put us back underway. Throw in coming from just over the touchline, but first a substitution for Carolina. Again, they lead 2-0. We're almost inside of 10 minutes of regulation left to play. We'll certainly see some stoppage time on this match. We've seen quite a few little here and there's throughout this second half. The question is just how much. 80th minute is rolling as it's 2-0. Substitution is taking a minute. Apparently some confusion. Rodriguez going off of the pitch. Polanco coming on. David Polanco has been very good. The man from Key Biscayne, Florida. A pair of goals already this season. Played last year collegiately with Barry University in Florida. Led his team to 13 wins, a Sweet 16 in the NCAA tournament. We're back underway off the throw-in. Way down on the right, Carolina sends this behind midfield to the left and all the way back to Miller. He passes this back towards the midfield stripe. Finds Johnny Bazeas, the forward from Queens, New York. Bazeas rattles around in a collision. Bazeas gathered it up, tried to turn backwards. Maybe some confusion on where to go with it. Two players come together with force, and he's still down. Chattanooga suffers the call, and so the ball will be sent up 5 yards behind the midfield stripe for Miller and the Foxes of Carolina Core. Carolina all the way back to Sutton, who is just behind the penalty spot. Foxes lead 2-0, looking to close out this final 10 minutes of regulation, and any stoppage time assessed by Marie Durb. Sent to the far side and off, but last touched by the Foxes as it rolls through vacant space and over the touchline. Chattanooga will throw in. CFC quickly, white kits fighting with it. This one just out front of the 18-yard box from right to left. Chattanooga looking for an interior pass. He's got it on the edge of the 18, and it's sent off over the end line. Heavily contested, walks that down the chalk of the 18-yard box. And as players get in his face, unable to stay with it, but as it's last touched by Carolina, a corner coming from the far side. Both clubs loading up the 18 and 6-yard box way down on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white kits in the 6-yard box for Chattanooga. Heavily contested by Forest Green. Here it is out front of the 6-yard box. Chattanooga stays with it, but the whistle against CFC. The ball back to Carolina. We're halfway through our 82nd minute of play. It's 2-0 CCFC leading Chattanooga. CKRN, I'm Gabriel Schrei. A really good match tonight. Lots of fun between these two. Ibrahim Covey scored on the penalty kick to put Carolina out in front just before our halftime break. They held on to that lead for some time before Jacob Evans took a beautiful feed, walked it into the 18, and buried it right side over the shoulder of Burke. Goal kick by Sutton is taken by Chattanooga just over midfield. From right to left, here's a long pass. Taylor Gray has it in the corner of the 18. Centering feed, a shot blockered away by Garvanyan. And Chattanooga regathers just outside of the 18. Perez went inside to Garcia Sosa. He has it back around Bazeas to Jalen James just beyond the corner of the 18. Chattanooga backwards. Jimenez Aranzazu. And goes to the top of the circle on the attacking side. Chattanooga from midfield to Perez. Joseph walking his way towards the 18-yard box. Sent inside. This one deflected not once but twice and then cleared by Carolina. Rolling through the circle, Chattanooga sends it all the way back to the keeper, Burke. Jonathan Burke teeing up Chattanooga. They need a pair of goals before stoppage time expires to force a draw. They trail 2-0. Our 83rd minute has just closed. Our 84th minute begins now. CKRN from North Carolina, Pro Side Soccer. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Long ball along the touchline. Perez, he regathers after it's deflected away by Carolina. Midway between midfield and the 18. Then over the top by Jimenez Aranzazu to the far corner. Chattanooga able to stay with the ball and keep it in. Rolled along the touchline, now towards the corner of the 18. CFC sidestepping defenders. Jacob Evans crashing on the ball. Left off, heeled backwards, still with it along the touchline on the far side. Working from left to right backward, and in trouble is Carolina in pursuit. Now all the way to the midfield circle where Fareed Sarsar distributes to the close side. From right to left on the attack, Joseph Perez walking it towards the 18. Bent back door towards the 6-yard box. Ball loose and sent aerial by Carolina. This one out of play, and so Chattanooga will throw in. Throwing in from midway between the 18-yard box of the Foxes and the midfield stripe, Chattanooga. CFC backwards to Fareed Sarsar. He sends a long feed to Perez. Joseph left off into the wing for Taylor Gray. Gray fighting his way towards the 18. Boxed out by Forrest Green. Carolina core looking to clear this. One pass now, two. Back to Miller. He goes to Ibrahim Kobe, who's in the 18, and successfully shutting down that chance. Chattanooga still looking to steal it away. Midway through the 85th minute, sent to the far wing. Out in front of the 18-yard box, Foxes sidestep the defender. Walking this towards midfield, taking their time and happy to do so. Miller back towards the center of the field in the circle. This one rolls over the center of the pitch. Forrest Green still with the ball. Core to the close side. Nice connection down to Miller. Looking and waiting with it. Nowhere to go initially. Centered up on the penalty arc. Carolina core. This could be a scoring chance. Deflected away by Chattanooga. Regathered. Foxes go far side. About 5 yards out of the wing. Evans again with the ball. Carolina core going backwards. And again, just content to burn clock. Leading by a pair of goals as we've just entered the 86th minute. I would say there would be a decent amount of stoppage time if it weren't just so hot. They've taken hydration breaks. I think the official will award less stoppage time or call for less stoppage time just based on the heat alone. This one likely just moments away from coming to its conclusion. 4.5 minutes left to play in regulation as our 86th minute is rolling in North Carolina. A bit of a collision near midfield. Carolina and the Foxes were just roping this back and forth. Little dink and dunk passes connecting over and over again. Chattanooga tries to steal it away on a crashing attack, and Carolina will have a kick. They go backwards with it all the way to the keeper, Alex Sutton. The former Maryland Bobcat, a run-on kick from our goalkeeper for the Foxes. Chattanooga tries to play this back to Jonathan Burke, and a big collision. Their man goes down hard, and he wants more than he's getting. Oh, the call might be against Chattanooga. There's a Fox down. I would be shocked. Joseph Perez tried to redirect the ball. Fareed Sarsar is hit from the side by a Carolina core Fox. A little hip check. And he stays down. Hopefully he's all right. He's up. The kick will be awarded to Chattanooga and Fareed. And it looks like he'll play on. Thankful to see that. We've seen a few serious injuries this year, and you never want to see that at any level. Just heartbreaking to see players so close to success and doing so well and suffer an injury playing the game they love. We're going to get a change for the Foxes of Carolina core. Juarez is going to head off back to the bench. Orejuela in his place in these closing moments. Carolina core loses it to Chattanooga near midfield from right to left. CFC trying the far touchline. Chattanooga still with it midway between the midfield stripe and the 18-yard box. McGrath walking this backwards towards the center field circle. Gave it off to Perez, now to Fareed Sarsar. And the defensive back distributes this to Joseph. A little stoppy, the hezzy move, loses the Forest Green jersey. He dinks this backwards to Jimenez Aranzazu and now dunked to the circle. Chattanooga trying the far side along the touchline, looking for some way to progress this into the attacking third. CFC examining the Forest Green kits. This one healed into the 18. What a chance and the score! Chattanooga Football Club gets one back in the late stages in unbelievable fashion in North Carolina. What a pass! Another look at that on the replay. Just a beautiful feed down inside. Jalen James was crashing down on the left side. Taylor Gray able to heel that to Alex McGrath, and McGrath cleans it up. 2 defenders trailing him. He's flanked, heavily contested, able to touch that perfectly to the left, and there was nothing that Alex Sutton could do as Chattanooga makes it a 1-goal match at the closing stages. We're midway through the 89th minute, just 90 seconds left in regulation, and now the question mark, I brought it up a couple of times over the last quarter of an hour, how much stoppage time will we see in this heat? Chattanooga gets the takeaway from Carolina. Chattanooga a run-on kick and too much on it as it sails into row C into the young fans. It's 2-1. Just 1 minute left in regulation from North Carolina between the Foxes and Chattanooga. Alex Sutton will deliver the kick for the Foxes of Carolina Core. The former Maryland Bobcat waving to those forest green kits. Go, go. Very happy to burn as much clock as they possibly can in this late stage situation. Obviously, our referee going to be watching for that, but the battle remains in her own mind. How much stoppage time do you call for in a match like this? Halfway through our final minute of regulation, minute 90 is coming in North Carolina. 2-1 Foxes lead. This one sent aerial over the midfield stripe. Miller playing some volleyball, headering that one backwards for Chattanooga, and now this one cleared entirely from midfield as there's a big collision. Patez suffers a shove. Chattanooga will have a kick midway between the 18-yard box and midfield stripe. The referee wants to have a word with the Foxes and stops Chattanooga from kicking it. Cuevas is reprimanded before we move on. Chattanooga, the back line, works it to the far side. We've reached full time. 6 minutes of stoppage time, quite a bucket to play with. Chattanooga, long feed into the wing, battling for possession. Taylor Gray, the man who comes away with it somehow. Sent back outside from left to right, midway between the midfield stripe and the 18-yard box. McGrath, the captain from Spennymoor, who scored moments ago, bends this to the close side and finding Perez. Joseph to Jalen James, who's in the wing, tries to enter it into the 18. Perez from the 18-yard box to Jimenez Aranzazu. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Here's a pass deep in the wing along the end line. Cross, backside. Sutton sells out, swats it. Now the header, and beautifully played defensively by Jacob Evans. We played 45 seconds of our 6 minutes of stoppage time. Hello and welcome if you're just joining us in the late stages on CKRN. It's 2-1 Carolina Core Foxes. Chattanooga looking to force an equalizer. This one squelches through traffic all the way to Alex Sutton, who will get on top of it. And just moments ago, seconds before the conclusion of regulation, Alex McGrath, the captain from Spennymoor, scored his 5th goal of the season in just brilliant fashion. Taylor Gray had a pass to him, and he healed it perfectly. He was facing away on the right side of the net outside of the 18-yard box, heels that backwards to McGrath, who runs onto it and delivers a strike to the left side. That made it a 1-goal match. We're 90 seconds into our stoppage time. 6 minutes, what was called for in North Carolina. Chattanooga, a chance to score again and force the draw in a miracle situation. Obviously, you could still walk away with a win with this much time. Forrest Green comes up with a ball after it's dumped by Chattanooga into the wing. Chipped back and forth. CCFC trying to volley this over midfield. This one mishit, but stayed with by the Foxes initially before it's lost. Almost able to get that back. Chattanooga will now throw in. Backwards over the midfield stripe. Fareed to the circle. Chattanooga trailing by a goal. 2 minutes of our 6 of stoppage time are gone in North Carolina. CFC along the line. Jimenez Aranzazu blows a tire. Quick kick. Fareed Sarsar delivers to the circle. Chattanooga Football Club working from right to left from midfield. Jimenez Aranzazu takes it up. Going backwards to Anatoly Prepelica, the Moldovan. The center back distributes far side along the touchline. Chattanooga bent, skying this aerial over the top for the 18-yard box. Rejected by Carolina. Carolina Core trying to stay with it as it's taken away by Chattanooga Football Club. Directed to midfield. Sarsar to Jimenez Aranzazu. Chattanooga lights off a pass to the close side. Joseph Perez bends this aerial backside just in the 18. Headed by Carolina Core and the Foxes. Fighting for it along the end line, and this one goes out, but will stay with Chattanooga Football Club. For the moment, it appears to be a throw-in just yards off the end line. It'll come from the touchline. They're going to send him down to the corner of the 18-yard box on the far side. And Chattanooga's setting up to take advantage of this set piece. White Kits crashing into the 6. Here's the throw in over the top, just inside the penalty arc. Taylor Gray, a shot deflected away by Miller, trying to get after it. Carolina Corps sends this aerial. Anatoly Prepelica, a header. Alex Sutton crashing onto the ball and keeps it away from Jalen James. James, a beautiful play getting after that one. It's bouncing, rubbers its way down into the 18-yard box. It's alongside the penalty spot, and Alex Sutton comes out to greet that himself, jumps into the air, gets under it with both arms, and just cradles that to prevent the scoring chance. We played 4 minutes of our 6 of stoppage time. Chattanooga takes it away, long feed, and a little bit of contact. Referee throws her arm straight up. We'll see what the call is. Carolina and Chattanooga coming together in the 18, just beyond the 6. I can't tell if he grabbed him or not. Looking at the replay, potentially grabbed at. Either way, a corner for Chattanooga Football Club, who trails by a goal, and we had 6 minutes of stoppage time to play. We played 4.5. The corner will come from the far side for Chattanooga Football Club. White Kits load up the 6-yard box. Here's the bend out front, headed away by Carolina. This rolling towards midfield. A Fox is there, one Chattanoogan with him. This one nearly chipped around him. He gets it back for CFC along the touchline just over midfield. Chattanooga Football Club looking for some way to get this back into the attacking side, and now we're stopped. A change coming. Evans coming out of the match. He scored to make it 2-0 some time ago. A beautiful delivery. Lugo coming in his place. We'll see what he can do in this late stage. Carolina Corps Foxes just looking to kill the clock and get their second ever win at home. We've played 5 minutes and change of our 6 minutes of stoppage time on CKRN. 2-1 Foxes. They've got the ball off the kick, going backwards to the left. Sent over midfield. Chattanooga takes it up on the circle. Padez sent to the close side from right to left. Jalen James with it, heavily defended, trying to go around the defender. He is grabbed at and stopped, and this one lost to Miller, who's on the corner of the 18 on the close side. Sent to the touchline, roped towards midfield, taken up on the circle. Forrest Green playing keep away with Chattanooga. Jimenez Aranzazu harassing him from behind, and now escaping Carolina Corps Foxes, high-stepping his way into the attacking third. This one off into Chattanooga. We played 6 minutes of stoppage time. The initial call was for 6 minutes of stoppage time. And we have reached full time in North Carolina. Chattanooga gets one back in the late stages, but just unable to find a way to get back into this match and come up with a victory. 2-1 the final score. Fighting their way through stoppage time, Carolina Corps hangs on for their second ever win at home. We'll take a break and be back with post-game analysis shortly on CKRN. 2-1 your final. Carolina Corps overcomes Chattanooga.
Hey Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com and bring your friends and family for an unforgettable night. Together we can make this season one for the record books. Let's pack the stands and show our team the support they deserve.
Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal.
We have reached full time. A little post-game chat for you. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. I'm Gabriel Schrei. 2-1 the final. Carolina Corps Foxes hang on. The captain from Spennymoor scored in brilliant fashion. keeping Chattanooga in it, hanging around, and just unable to force a draw or somehow come up with a pair in the late stages. A lot of scoring chances, and Chattanooga in good form for most of this match. Save for that one penalty kick. This one, Chattanooga certainly would have played to a draw and had played very well in spite of the heat, in spite of being on the road, and certainly the toughest portion of their schedule underway right now. Chattanooga Football Club, their record now falls 6-6-6. That's their fourth straight loss. They remain at fourth in the East. They remain at 28 points. Foxes of Carolina Core now 22 points. It's their third win in the row. They've won 4 of their last 5. They're in the best form they've ever been in as a franchise, and they win the Independent Derby a second time this season. In MLSNP regular season play in impressive fashion. Looked really good. Jacob Evans has to be your player of the match from a third party. Did very well for Chattanooga Football Club. I would say Jonathan Burke played very, very well, stepping in and stepping up. Obviously, there's not too much you can do against a penalty kick. You're going to allow a couple of scores every now and then. It's just the nature of the game. And that score by Jacob Evans is one that no one can save. That was a world-class score, top left shelf. That's what powers Carolina Core to a victory today. Maybe a little bit of luck on getting the penalty. Obviously, you can't account for that in your game plan. That's going to happen to you at times. Chattanooga, not the benefactor today of the officiating in that regard. 2 on the final Carolina Core victory. What's next for the Foxes of Carolina Core? Well, they didn't have a home venue to start the season, so they're pretty much playing at home the rest of the year. Congratulations to the Foxes. 3 in a row at home. NYCFC on Saturday, July 27th. Orlando City B on August 3rd. And on August 7th, Inter Miami 2 comes to town to battle the Foxes of Carolina Core. Chattanooga Football Club, that's their 4th straight loss, and now they're looking to find a way to get back into the swing of things and get back to their winning ways. They started as the hottest club in the league. They hung 6 on Inter Miami in the opening stages of the season, and everything felt like it was just going to be miraculous from there on out. The season was going very, very well. They were number 1 in the league. In the beginning of May, they beat Inter Miami a second time on the road, 2-1. They were 5-1-3, and since then it's been a struggle. Lost to Crown Legacy, played to a draw against Atlanta United, able to beat New England Revolution 1-0. Since then, 2 draws and now 4 losses for Chattanooga Football Club. They're going to look to get back to their winning ways. A couple of home matches in a row, which is good. When you've got a home venue like Fort Finley in Chattanooga, Tennessee, you talk about the fan support, the Chattahooligans. The stands will be loaded, a couple thousand fans cheering them on. That will certainly help as Orlando City B comes to town. 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 days from now, Saturday, July 27th. Be there or be a rectangle. Would love to see you in the stands. Would love to talk to you. If you see me on the concourse, be sure to stop, chat it up. Their next match at home will be on Saturday, August 3rd against Toronto FC2. 7 p.m. Eastern Time kick. Finally, they head onto the road for a trio of matches: Huntsville City, Crown Legacy, Inter Miami CF. We'll have all of those available for you to listen to live and free, CKRN. Hope you'll join us. Again, our final in this match, 2-1, the victory for the Foxes of Carolina Core. A couple of final thoughts. Be sure to be with us for those matches. Would love to see you in person. ChattanoogaFC.com. Click onto the tickets tab. You can also visit CFCTix.com. There's tons of packages available, and it's a great time for the whole family. Would love to have you with me for all of our broadcasts this season on CKRN. Follow at Chattanooga FC on social media. Find me at Try Guy. We cover every single match on CKRN. Chattanooga drops one on the road, 2-1, their 4th loss straight. We'll see if they can get back to their winning ways after a long break, 10 days, and it's much needed. Thanks for being with me. We'll catch you next time.
On behalf of both clubs, the fans, Gabriel Schrei, and the entire team at the Chattanooga Kickoff Network, I'm Brian Vale, bidding you farewell. Thank you for tuning in for today's edition of Professional Soccer.
All events airing on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network are broadcast live and are copyright material. Today's match will be archived for replay inside of the app or platform where you tuned in. For detailed recaps, highlights, and to secure tickets for upcoming matches, make your way to ChattanoogaFC.com. Stay informed with all of the action and never miss a chance to support your team live from the stands. Do you have game day snapshots? We'd love to see them. Tag us in your photos when you share them on social media. Are you using team hashtags with your posts? Remember to include hashtag Chattanooga Always and hashtag SomosCFC in all of your posts about Chattanooga FC. Let's